players finally ready to go, so let's hop into the action. I've got Mr. Vort here with me. How is it going, Mr. Vort?
It is going incredible, Dream, and I cannot tell you enough how much I've looked forward to this tournament. I'm missing some characters in my life. I'm missing Ferritor, Kung Jin, all kinds of great characters that are no longer around. So this was my fix for that.
And of course, the run mechanic not around either. Going to be a lot of speed going out here. And right off the bat, we've got some interesting choices here. Not Cryomancer, Unbreakable with those shields. Didn't really see too much of that. This was one that many players back in the day kind of thought, isn't really great. But I gotta say, you know, giving the game more time to kind of flesh itself out and players having some fun with it, I think we will definitely see some of these die-hard MKX players playing some interesting stuff here today.
Absolutely. Now, what's one other thing about these great necromancers that we got going on in this game is they have uncovered stuff that has left other people in the dust. And I can't wait to see some new stuff on this game. Here we go. Already, though, Sub-Zero has taken the first round, but Kung Jin fires right back into his face.
Oh, gets caught by the parry.
Oh, nice.
Here. Look at this corner carry from Sub-Zero. Just complete lockdown so far. It's been a lot of corner pressure. Gets out of the corner with that side switch, but still gets clipped by the overhead. Yo, thank you so much for the foul, or the raid, Twilin. Is that how you say your name? We're trying to figure it out, I guess, as we go. Twilin, of course, in the bracket. He's got a bye for his first game, but we'll potentially get to see him on stream here tonight as well. And there we go, the overhead back-to-back with the brutality. Ooh, this is where it all started.
That's right. Here we go. Sub-Zero, my boy in the Lin Kuei, taking the first round. I cannot wait to see more of this. Respect is given. Now, it's kind of, Cyrax picking a non-Cyrax character. It sounds crazy, but maybe it's more along the lines of, like, Mr. Aquaman not picking Aquaman.
Oh, you know what? This is going to be the classic here as well. No Forever King lobby, so I get to change the names. And my shit is not set up to do that rapidly anymore, so it's going to be a little jank on the swaps, but we'll figure it out. First game, though, going to Alexer with that Sub-Zero pick. And Cyrax now picking Cyrax, going by his namesake. I want to say Zombie peeked in on his stream a little bit before, too, when he was playing Cyrax. So perhaps that Kung Jin pick is not really full force, but now we're going to see something exciting. And Cyrax, when we're talking exciting, this character's got it in spades. Like, the bomb setups, the length of these combos, man, if we got a talented Cyrax player, which I'm assuming we do here, it's gonna be really, really fun to watch. So far, hasn't gotten a chance to get started here. Gets the freeze off the amplified slide, reapplies the armor to keep going.
He's got him pushed, Sub-Zero's got him pushed to that corner right now, and you see Shokan's Mighty Hammer just waiting for someone to get bonked over the head, but he fights right back out. Already, this Cyrax pick looking a lot better. Oop, caught him right there with the projectile going back in. He's got him in the net. Here comes a big setup. Puts him back in the corner. This should put it just about equal. Let's see what the speed is.
Bumped him out of it, though.
Oh!
Ooh, that is tough. I like what he was going for was to throw down like a bomb, but then he ended up actually switching sides with it. And
yeah, messed up his own setup.
That is unfortunate. Reapply the armor. Yep, here we go. This is such solid damage too. And also, look, damage numbers in this game, honestly, they feel a lot higher. It's like consistently for minimal resources, 30%, no problem. Obviously, breakaway is a little different in this too. Spends it there on the breaker. So I'm not going to have that meter for the big damage here, but does Cyrax need it? We won't find out. Another brutality from Sub-Zero.
Now, as you know, I mean, in MKX, you had to earn your meters, right? So if you're, it's not like everybody's equal in NK11. So once it's a much more big expenditure than it is in MK11. At least that's the way it's always felt to me.
Yeah, you do have to work to get that meter, so it's a pretty big cost. It feels like, I'll be honest, and maybe it's because I played Tremor who does a lot of meterless damage, but a lot of characters were effectively able to hit 30% damage no problem without needing to spend that meter. It felt like meter was honestly much more used on either armoring out of stuff in the neutral or through stuff in the neutral, or it would be used on breakaway. Like, your meter wasn't necessarily spent too heavily on offense as opposed to now. I mean, we have dedicated offensive meter. So it's really interesting to see the way these players are applying that meter here. So far, we've seen quite a few of those amplified slides there from Elixir to get the freeze applied, which is a unbreakable Sub-Zero exclusive. That armor that he puts on, you can convert that into a freeze. There's a freeze off the parry here, though. The second one he's hit so far.
Oh, he tried it again. Nice work. He's still got the armor up, so he's doing all right here, but we'll see what the setup is. Oh, nicely done. He messed up. He threw that one bomb out. Didn't go the way he wanted. Oh, got blocked attack there. Got overhead. Into the slide. There's the freeze. Here's the extension. That's 31% off 9 hits. No meter needed, and there we go. Right back out of there. Sub-Zero takes another round off the assassin. I guess they're both assassins.
Nice anti-air grab, but the parry.
Oh, the parry!
And the other thing too, real quick, parries are so much faster in this game than they are in MK11. In MK11, there's only one parry that's 7 frames. Every other one is like 8, or sometimes in the double digits, like 10 or 11 frames. Parries in this game start up in like 2, 3, 4, 5 frames very, very quick. So gotta be careful with some of your offense because people can really call it out. There's a nice freeze here. Saves the armor, no meter to spend it. Teleports out. Not a lot of life left to work with here. We'll see what Cyrax can do. About to be building that first bar. Tries for an anti-air grab. But gonna get shattered instead.
There we go. The head's still left though, so Cyrax can be put back together. No problem.
Cryogenically frozen for later.
Pay your respects.
Alright, so that does mean that Elixir is going to go ahead and take that first game 3-0. Man, I can't tell which one of you I'm giving the scores to. Okay, Zombie took care of it. When I was on my quick report, it just said LPG, and that was it. You guys were identical twins for a moment there on me. Let's go ahead and hop back over to our bracket, though, as we get ready for our next set of the evening. We do see more and more people checking in as well. So, like Slowman,
for this event,
the other LPG boys want to help him out. He does need to check in. Tony Jawbreaker, 6 if you're here. Davies, I saw you in the chat. You are still able to check in. You're still good to go. Oh no, the Aquaman video again. We have also got Sunio and Cam is Black. We're going to get them on stream. I did see Cam is Black already. I'm hoping Sunio is here as well. Sunio, one of my favorite players to watch in MK11. Haven't actually seen him play MKX before, so looking forward to that. But those of you guys, if you are looking to check in, make sure you guys are doing so. There's a bell next to your name that means you do need to check in. If you're having trouble checking in, first thing, make sure you're logged in. But if it's still giving you a hassle, you can always reach out to a mod in chat, and they'll be able to help you get along the rest of the way there so you can make sure you're good to go. But let's go ahead and get our next match on stream here then, which, like I said, is supposed to be the Sunio versus Cam is Black match. Now, we do know that Cam is here. Sunio we haven't heard from. Gonna send him an invite anyway, and we'll see what happens. But that should be an exciting one, Wart.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible. These are some players that we've seen over and over again in MK11. I don't know how much I've seen much of them in MKX, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what both of these guys can bring to the table, who they can pick, and what their strategies are.
Well, so Cam is a really talented MKX player. Got, I think, top 8 KIT, maybe top 3. Really, really strong finish. And that was toward the latter tail of MKX's life, when some of the meta had really already been developed, and Cam was able to get really strong finishes even through that bloodbath. And that was when offline people were traveling, so those offline events were stacked with people from all over. It wasn't just a bit of a local sort of scene, though. So Kumite was a really big finish for Cam, and you know he's been playing some MK11, so I think that is honestly, I think that's going to be the biggest factor, is how quickly is he able to sort of overwrite that new MK11 code with that old, really strong MKX code that he's got. I know he's a strong MKX player, but is he going to be able to sort of recall all that stuff quick enough here to beat some of these Necros who have not been playing MK11? Like, some of these people in this bracket don't play MK11, so they, I think, are going to be some of the more deadly threats here tonight.
Yeah, I tell you, that some of these even myself today, when I reinstalled the game and everything, I was going back through it and just playing around, and I cannot tell you how many times I was hitting the wrong buttons for amplifications and things like
dude,
that.
It's
Yeah.
the worst. It's
So,
the worst, man, dude. I don't know how Aaron Black players do it because the slide input is different too. It's like, nope. I'm not even gonna try. I have, like, when I have been, because you know, in the lead up to this, I was taking a couple of peeks at MKX myself, and first thing on the list was only play characters that are not in MK11. So I was messing around with like Takeda and stuff because I am not trying to rewrite the Scorpion brain and throw it all off. Looks like we do have them both here though. So Sunio and Cam ready to go. I'm gonna type their names in and we are gonna hop into our next set of the evening. Round 1 action between these two absolutely talented players in MK11. I'm sure they're talented in MKX, but we're gonna see how quick they can sort of revert back to previous instincts here on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, just like yourself, I did not even try to play Sub-Zero in MKX today.
Yeah,
I was going with characters. Yep, nope, not going to do that. I went with Goro, I went with Tremor, I went with Predator, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I knew it wasn't going to work.
Confuse you and cross the wires on this one.
Exactly. Never across the streams. All right, well, looks like we got Sector, one of my favorite robos, going against Melina there. Katana, her twin. See, I really, and I know there might be some Katana fans out there to disagree with me on this. I enjoy Katana in MKX a lot more so than I did in MK11.
I think she's crazy in this game. I prefer her toned down
I do
version.
too.
Although as a Katana player, I can see why you'd prefer the wildness that she brings to the table because she is pretty wild. Also, want to give a big thanks to Gears Davies and Enderstar for the follows as well. Thank you very much. Glad you guys are having fun here. Of course, Gears, a familiar face, coming back for the MKX. Amplified rocket doesn't get the confirm. That final rocket didn't hit there. Must have been the distance. That is going to cost him big time. Look at this damage from Katana, 35 for Sunio, and the overhead closes it out.
Yeah, one thing you can say about MKX is, man, if you miss something, it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, especially if it's something like you just spent meter beforehand, right? The conversion off of an amplify that gets dropped now, that's breakaway you don't have, and the damage output from every character in this game is insane. Very large numbers. Here, the final rocket
there he goes.
Find its mark. Doesn't get the shoulder to connect. Ooh, then we got the updates from Zombie coming through. Let me guys know what you guys think of those. New change to the stream.
Oh, here we go right here. Trying to keep him locked down with that zone game. Here comes Sector back, trying to fill him out. Oh, she's keeping him locked down pretty well so far. And I love me some Sector. Here we go. Really disappointed that he's not made his appearance in MK11.
Dude, they've already got the models and everything in. I really hope we get to see him. Here we get to see a brutality, though, from Sunio. Just quickly slicing the top off of that one. And Cam is going to go down. Although, I will say this real quick. Cam previously was not known as a Sector player, I don't think. I don't remember seeing him play a bunch of Sector. I think I remember Liu Kang and then maybe Jax, but I think I might be conflating the MK11 Jax for it. So definitely maybe he's also doing a similar route, though, playing a character that isn't in MK11. That's going to throw him off because if he goes to like his Liu Kang, it might conflict with his current muscle memory for Liu Kang. But here we see Tremor coming out, and this is what I came to see, dude. I myself am a Tremor player, and I love watching this character. I personally play Metallic Tremor because I like doing cookie combos, but Tremor in general is super fun.
I will say once Tremor hit, I played no one else. And I played this version, the Crystalline version, right here.
Yeah, Crystalline I think is definitely the best. The Flex is just such an incredible tool. We'll see how Sunio handles it, though. He's had some really strong pressure, and that Flex can get you away from that pressure starting, but will not get you out of it once you're in the midst of it. So if Sunio can maintain control and stay in the driver's seat, he will be able to prevent that from being a problem. And as we go right now, working on a flawless victory, 37% back to the corner. Does my curse work in this game? That's what we're about to find out here.
Oh, I don't know. It's looking kind of shady right now.
Oh,
Here
thank
comes
you.
that. Oh, and it
add
does.
your power to it, but I appreciate the vote of confidence there, Mr. Ford.
All right, see what he's got. He's got to get that armor up. Oh, he gets knocked down.
I like
mean,
that
the whole
Sunio's closing it out with that overhead. That's the second time he's used the overhead to close out. Lows are so deadly because of how much they can lead to. But he doesn't need to lead to big damage when you've only got 5% left.
Right. Now what Cam's looking for has to be right here, some kind of knockdown. So he get that armor up real quick, because that kind of leads into all the great things that he can do, right?
Yeah, I think the armor is going to allow him to get his stuff going. Now he has the flex armor up.
There you go.
Just goes for a straight punch. I think it's because female hitboxes prevent you from going for the launcher in the mid-screen, so you do have to just take the knockdown here for Tremor. It's all coming back to me slowly.
There you go. Got to get him a knockdown again. This pressure by Katana is overbearing. He's just looking for an opportunity to strike out and be able to get that armor up and get his stuff going. There's the armor. Let's see what he's got. Oh, he got knocked off.
Able to go any further, and now back to zoning. Sunio able to lock it down. The other big thing too here is Sunio is getting so many hits on block. Those amplified glaives, they hit on the way out, they hit on the way back, and that's causing him to start to build a lot more meter. And I mean, that's what this game is about. Meter allows you to keep that pressure going, so he gets the meter back, and just it's been really wonderful for him here. And Sunio has been doing a good job of managing that meter. Cam's got to find a way to interrupt and prevent it, but so far it does seem tough for Cam to find its footing. I will say this though, if Cam does start to find some momentum with any of his characters, Tremor in particular, but any of his characters, we could see an absolute different beast turn this around.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it hard, trying to decide which character he wants to go with.
Many options here. Many good options, too. Many fun options.
Oh, he goes with Triboard. And we've already seen him pull out his sector with limited success, right?
Now, I remember, though,
you know,
he did have a smoke. Now that I'm thinking about it,
yeah,
he did have a smoke. I did not see much of his sector previously in the MKX days, but I do remember Cam's smoke being a threat, and I also remember smoke in general being a threat of Vortex characters, which Vortexes don't really exist in MK11. It's just not a reliable strategy for many characters, but in this game, they are a thing, and Smoke had one of the more deadly versions of it.
And you can already see a difference in the play. So far, I mean, he's been on the offensive the whole time, just about. He knows when to
catches him.
Got him. There he goes. Nice combo. He's finally getting some damage back in return. But already, this has been a triumph, I think, for Cam. He's already started to turn this thing back around.
Bracket update. Gambler taking it 3-0 over Aizaki.
He gets knocked down. He's got to get out of this corner. He's got to find a way. There he goes. He starts getting the pressure on. They trade hits. Gets her in the corner. He's in a good position right now to take this home.
Oh, the breakaway, though. Or the breaker. Oh, man. Terminology getting crossed up, but figuring it out here. Cam still able to close the round out, though. Sunio didn't have enough life to hang in there. And that is going to be, honestly, a really positive note for Cam, because now Sunio has no meter, and this Vortex is going to be all uncontested here. Drops the final hit, but just keeps the pressure going with the smoke.
Notice how he kept that last poke, kept him alive in that pressure routine. Here he goes back. Kanahana's trying to put on the pressure from the other side, but no, she gets crossed up in the air. Goes, nice teleport. Knew what to do under that. Oh, gets opened up there. It's gonna. Now Sunio's going to try to do some projectile play here. Try to keep him back, because he doesn't like that oppressive pressure that Smoke's putting on him up close.
Smoke, of course, does have that teleport from the sky as well that Sunio's going to need to worry about throwing those air glaives. Batarangs. What are they called? Are they glaives?
Glaives.
Okay.
I think they were glaives, what they were called. Oh, nice. Nice. Into the corner.
Ooh, give me
just
that!
like that.
A keepsake, a treasure for later.
And just like that, Smoke turns it around and decides he doesn't really want her head, so he puts it back down on the ground. And that's what I was going to say earlier, is just because you're not doing well with Sector does not mean you're not doing well with one of the other triboards. They play very differently as far as how you play them.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting the way that they've done that multiple times now, too. They did the same thing with the Turtles in Injustice 2, but they share a base kit of normals for the most part. There's a handful of changes to them here and there. You know, like, I think their 2-1 strings are all different or whatever, and like Cyrax has more maybe bomb normals, but for the most part they all share a set of normals, but their special moves are what really give them their identity, and it's really interesting how that can so heavily shift their playstyle just by having access to some new tools. Look at this, Sunio only level 3, and he's already up 2-0. Cam should feel ashamed.
Here we go. Here comes that Katana pressure, though. Once again, keeping him in his face. There he goes. But this, now that he's got smoke, he thinks he's found a way to answer him back when he starts putting on that pressure. There he goes, knocks him back down again. Here's his chance. Oh, he got him with the mix-up. Went for a low.
That's a launcher.
Sunio gets him back. Oh, this could be big damage. Big damage.
And the thing is, too, is as far as Katana damage goes, I think Mournful is like on the lower end. That was great numbers, and Katana actually I think churns out heavier damage when you're playing with the Sharpen and the other stuff available to Royal Assassin and I don't know, Edenian Flutter or whatever it's called.
Oh, nice breaker in the
low
air.
Slide, watch out!
Got him in the corner there with the overhead.
Tries for the throw. I'm looking for an uppercut KB. They doth not exist yet. Overhead again, dude. Sunio, third time, just sprint up into overhead. Lows are so deadly in this, at least from Katana in particular, but he doesn't need to be that deadly. He doesn't need to get the devastating 35 off a touch. He just needs enough to close it out, and Cam just got to watch out for that and has not been able to do so.
Go fighting right back. Trying to keep him locked down with his own pressure. Now, this is the place that Sunio doesn't want to be. He wants to be the one applying the pressure here. Oh, nicely done. Even really good, yes, screen movement is insane from Smoke right here.
And he goes for his mix, and then when it doesn't happen, he's just back to safety and resetting the neutral. Granted, neutral does feel a little bit heavier in Sunio's favor because of all of the projectiles, but Cam has a really solid toolkit for getting in. He's got those smoke teleports and, of course, the straight-up teleport where he can just drop from above to avoid all of it. So Sunio does need to be careful. Right now, Cam's sitting on 2 bars of meat. It's enough to break out of any damage should it come his way. Ooh, he is going to find a hit instead, and no breakaway from Sunio. I don't think this is enough damage to kill, but it's going to be close.
He goes for the mix-up. Doesn't work.
Sunio answers back. Fatal blow territory. Oh, wait, that bullshit's not here. Isn't it beautiful? Oh! Breakaway, though. Now either hit could close this out here. Zoning gonna happen, but you gotta watch out for the teleports. Multiple kinds from Cam as well. You see him teleporting.
Lock down, see what he do.
And he's done it. Sunio takes it 3-1. That endless pressure there.
Yeah, Katana in this game had insane amounts of pressure. And that is just, you know, that was nothing but pressure all the time. Either from range or up close, it didn't matter. You had to be blocking most of your match.
Yeah, Glazed for days. Really expert use of that meter, too. I want to say, even if you've been playing a bunch of MKX, Mournful is not the variety that you typically see. So really exciting to see, obviously something a little bit different from what we may have expected, and to see it applied so effectively too, I think is really exciting. So shout outs to Sunio for yet again making some of this stuff that is underrepresented look incredibly powerful in the right hands. But we are going to be moving on through our bracket here. We've got some more matches to go. So I do see that Nate and Dr. Awesome are currently fighting. Winner is going to fight It Is That Serious, one of my favorite Sonya players to watch. That's going to be happening on stream, but we're still waiting on the results of that, so we're not going to hop into that one just yet. And instead, we are going to be taking a look at Striker versus Forever Elite. This is going to be one hell of a match, I'm sure. Granted, there's going to be some rust involved, but Striker is one of my absolute favorites to watch in MKX. His Terminator is insane, and every other character he has his hands on is insane as well. Just Terminator in particular really gets the undercarriage stimulated. And I'm excited to see what he's bringing to the table. And I gotta say, Mr. Vort, you might be excited for what he's doing here tonight as well.
Oh, if he's bringing Ferritor, then there's liable to be some mushiness around my desk. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be a good time, man. Striker, and like, he's so good with these dirty command grab characters. Striker loves a good command grab, and Ferritor is one of the absolute big badasses here. I think it'll depend on what he's up against, though, because I gotta say, Forever Elite, bit of the opposite end of the spectrum, at least from what I know about him in MK11. Played Katana, likes to zone. That is going to be tough for Ferritor to deal with.
That will be tough. Now, Ferritor does have some tools to try to get around it, but you're right. Not the best character choice for dealing with a heavy zoner.
Of course, I mean, the way that these characters work, Ferritor, what is it? Get in, hit him for 40% into guess again, bitch.
Yeah,
and if
get
they guess
in.
wrong, you could kill him right there.
Yeah,
Like,
get in, massive damage. That's the whole game plan.
Yeah, so
Doesn't matter if it takes half your bar to get in, because you're going to do more damage than they can do.
Exactly. That life bar is just another resource. We're going to use it.
Yeah.
So just waiting on our competitors to get in. We've already got one of them. I can't see which one it is. Okay, it's Forever Elite. We got Forever Elite, so just waiting on Striker. I highly doubt that Striker is not going to be showing up, so Striker will be here momentarily, I'm sure. And we can go ahead and get this next set underway. Also, first round DQs did go ahead and kick in about 3 minutes ago. So if your opponent did not check in, if they weren't here, they will be getting DQ'd and you'll be moving on. Everybody, you do need to check into your next match as well. However, you do need to check into all of the matches, not just the first one. So make sure you do get checked in on that next one. Game session not available. Dun dun dun. Alright, how
Let me try to
does
send
this
him
happen? This has never happened before. Striker, you might want to reset your stuff. The Striker's
to try to
connection
send
usually
him?
doesn't. Yeah, if you want to try to send him an invite as well, but let's try to get Striker to reset his stuff too, just in case that's part of it. Like, you know, I know if you close the game and then you come back, it'll mess up sometimes too if you don't like kill it all the way, kind of thing. So. Well, not too bad.
And it's just Striker, right?
No, it's MK Striker. I got him another invite too, though. Don't worry about it, King Gambler. Dead game. Nobody cares. I'm just kidding. That is tough, though. Dude, I can't... I don't know how you guys do it. Like, going from MK11 to this is so jarring. Like, I can... If I really think about some of the mechanics, my brain is like, alright, we got this. This is fine. But, like, heat of the moment in a tournament setting, I am sure that I would be totally baffled by, like, run, amplifying stuff, which buttons my interactable. Like, it would be really tough on me. Yeah, right? King Gambler's no stranger to the losers bracket runs. That's how he likes to do it. Yeah. King Gambler plays fucking Devora in this game? That I wasn't expecting. I mean, obviously not Nightwolf, but I gotta be honest, I was thinking Kenshi. That was what I was thinking. I thought King Gambler would be a Kenshi player. Anybody else thought he would be a Kenshi player? What about you? Who did you think King Gambler played? Yeah, we lost Forever Elite as well. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get Striker in here first. And see if...
Okay.
Because that will... If Striker has the same problem again, that'll indicate it's clearly a Striker problem. Otherwise...
I don't know. Maybe Triborg?
I could see Triborg, too. Triborg makes sense. Triborg's a common one for a lot of... I mean, even I had a little bit of a pocket Triborg here and there.
Oh, I hadn't... I played Cyrax mainly, to be honest.
Okay.
But, yeah. But that was more for fun than anything. I was never... what I would consider good at him. For me to get good at a Cyrax, we gotta go back to Ultimate MK3. So...
Dr. Awesome says he doesn't know what to do. Alright, hold up, Dr. Awesome. What happened to you, Dr. Awesome? You're playing Nate Jesty? Did you win? What happened with Dr. Awesome? We'll help you out. Dr. Awesome says he's confused. I don't know. Give us some insight. We'll guide you, Dr. Awesome. I see you were trying to play Nate Jesty, and the score is right now 0-2 in your favor. Were you guys talking in here? No? You guys played already? So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to report
Yeah,
like who
now
won?
I'm confused.
Let me know who won. Tell us who won. We can put the scores in for you if it's giving you a hard time. We can put the scores in for you.
Absolutely. Dream Eater's got the best mods in the business.
Damn, Striker's not able to get in?
We want to try to restart the Koth ourselves?
Yeah, well, that's a whole ordeal though, because
It is.
we gotta go AFK and die a bunch of times. But we do have another match ready, because it sounds like the match between Nate Jesty and Dr. Awesome. No, it's first to 3, so the match is not done. That's the problem. We found the problem. We found the problem, Dr. Awesome. You gotta play to 3. That's why the bracket won't let you continue, because it's first to 3. So never mind, we don't have a different match. Alright.
Now we'll say the first to 3 in MKX are much, much quicker.
Yeah, they do actually go
MK
by
level.
quite quickly. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Alright, what match can we do instead then? Because I don't think that, like, they obviously have to play another one. It is that series is not done. And we have a bunch of matches where only half the people are here. Which is how it goes, but... Alright, Davies, you have given us a decent amount of information, but which of you, who had the 3, who had the 1? I'm assuming you had the 3. But, just to be sure. Yes, you're just waiting for the winner. You're just waiting for the winner. Alright, well, it sounds like we have the winner. Dr. Awesome versus It Is This Year's. Dr. Awesome, can you give me your gamer tag? Striker, try to play Forever Elite off stream, I guess. I don't know why your thing is giving you a hassle, but hopefully it doesn't persist. But yeah, Dr. Awesome, if you could give me your gamer tag, there it is in the chat. Perfect. And I will send you an invite. Is it
Who's Dr. Awesome going up
or
against?
Is it Drawsome? Hold on. It could be Drawsome. Is it Drawsome or Dr. Awesome? Oh no, it's Dr. Awesome because the A is capital in... Okay, gotcha. Because Drawsome is... I've heard that word before. You know? It's an animator
I have not.
term. I feel like animators
Oh, is it?
probably say some shit like that. I've seen some shitty cartoon that made that joke, that's for sure. Drawn
Yeah,
Together
okay.
definitely. Drawn Together definitely skirted those lines. I'm sure of it.
If Miz was an animator, you know he would say that.
Alright, so Dr. Awesome 314 doesn't show up. Am I dumb? Am I not spelling it right? Let's ask the people. What looks wrong here in your gamer tag, Dr. Awesome? What am I doing wrong here?
I found a Dr. Awesome 314 with 52 followers.
Alright, try to invite that guy.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's capitalized. I'm missing an E? Oh, you're right, there is an E in awesome. Alright, spelling is hard. I found a different guy. Something about Sonic X. Hold on, 52 followers isn't enough.
The only other Dr. Awesome I found had 2.
Alright, I think I got the right one. I was missing the E. That was all on me. You're right, it was because I was thinking of Drawsome. Too much Drawsome. I must celebrate the holiday, though. I'm sure that the forgetfulness will only be amplified. Yo, Forever Elite, you gotta take the W because Striker will fuck up more of the bracket to be honest. I don't want Striker to continue through the bracket if he can't get on, what's it called? If he can't get into the lobby. And we were able to get you into the lobby earlier, so your NAT is not causing a problem with us at least. Alright, invites and consent.
Alright, who are we looking for? Dr. Awesome, and who's his opponent?
It is that serious, his opponent.
Well, I understand this is it's serious, but who's his opponent?
His opponent is Dr. Awesome.
No, who's Dr. Awesome's opponent?
It is that serious.
I understand it's serious. Who's his opponent? For funny.
Game session lost? What is going on? Alright, we're gonna start a new lobby. We're gonna start a new lobby.
What are we?
We're making a new
All
lobby.
right.
I don't know what it's doing, but that is another instance of it complaining. And in fact, maybe we can try with Striker if it'll let him into
Absolutely.
that lobby too.
All right, I'm starting a.
Oh yeah,
Classic.
you have to start it. You have to start it because my fucking I'll show you guys what it does. If I try to start a private match, it says creating match, does all this shit. This is cool. This is normal. But you see this part? This is where we run into trouble. I have no options for typing a name. All right, that's the first one. I can't type somebody's name in. Where do you guys see to type somebody's name? There are no options to enter a name, and this is not organized with any rhyme or reason. It is completely 52 card pickup on my fucking friends list, and I have 1,000 friends. So, nope. Nope.
All right, I sent you an invite. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got your invite. Once I'm in the lobby, I can send invites, but I can't actually start the lobby in the first place. Or I think once I send the first invite, actually. It's like, I could probably send an invite to Blaze and just tell him not to do it, but that initial setup is a fucking giant pain in the ass for no reason.
King of the hill.
Please let me go AFK. It's not gonna work.
And it flashed up the message. I hit it, and it wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, same.
All right, let me invite Striker. Is that who we're inviting, Striker?
Yeah, we're gonna try with Striker just to see if this new lobby changes anything. And then if Striker can't get in, we'll just move on to It Is That Serious and Dr. Awesome instead. Because I don't know what issues Striker is having. But you know, it could be. MKX is notorious for having issues. Not to mention, I'm sure that these servers aren't well maintained anymore. I'm sure they do some amount of maintenance to them to make sure they're running well, but their focus is obviously on MK11 primarily, and then even beyond that, you would start to put
Scorpion.
Injustice 2 on a larger pedestal than this game. So.
All right, I sent him an invite.
Kung Jin.
Oh shit, I'm Kung Jin. This isn't what I wanted.
Oh, I don't know Scorpion. So if that.
Scorpion.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, Striker, let us know what your invite does. If it tells you no. Also, in potentially unrelated news, I fucking had to restart my Xbox before this thing started. Okay, see, so now we got Striker. So, like, dude, this is clearly something's fucked.
Yeah. Send Forever Alita.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Forever Elite an invite now. We got Forever Elite in here now. Forever Elite can't join, then there may be an NAT issue for real that we're just not gonna be able to get around. It might be a case of like when Forever Elite joins, his NAT somehow lingers on the lobby. That might have been what had happened, and that was why Striker and other people couldn't get in.
Scorpion.
So it might be something with
Flawless.
Forever Elite, but it was looking like, you know, when Striker couldn't join us, that looked like there was something fucked up with Striker.
Yeah.
The Striker usually is able to join us, so that seemed to be an oddity.
And go FK as well, my friend.
Yeah, that's my first job. And
Oh,
Forever
he's
Elite's
here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it worked. It just the lobby got fucked up. We might want to do that between fights anyway, but I don't know.
Okay.
It seems like it'd be a lot of work to make a new lobby every time. But we have plenty of time between while we're sending invites and stuff and getting the things in, so I think it's gonna be all right. Well, they don't need to accept your party invite. They just need to accept your game invite. So hopefully you just misspelled game, because I wouldn't accept your party invite anyway. Yeah, I'm not accepting your party invite either. I don't want to talk to my opponent. Just send him a normal invite. He probably doesn't know that's what you're trying to do. So I would recommend just sending you a normal invite, because I wouldn't accept a party invite from a stranger either. He might even be in a party with somebody else right now, and he's not going to leave the party for that.
Mr. Voorhees taking out the trash.
And Jason's actually a really interesting and exciting character in this game. I think that the guess that makes the least sense to me, honestly, is Alien.
Don't you badmouth Alien.
Like, Predator totally fits. Leatherface and Jason are crazy. Alien, he's not a humanoid. So, like, they had to force him into, like... And in some ways, they got the combat of it right, but, like, his hit reactions, like, he stumbles back the way, like, a human does when you punch him. Like, that's not...
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird. But not that Alien isn't good, but if I had to pick one as, like, the weirdest of the bunch, it's not by
I wouldn't disagree with
a
that.
huge victory, but it is nonetheless. Let's get these names in here.
All right, and just like you advertised, I bought a ticket for Ferrator, and here we go. We getting some Ferrator.
And we're getting some Liu Kang as well. Forever Elite, I was anticipating Kitana, but definitely surprising us all here with Liu and Duelist Liu of all things. Duelist Liu, I think, definitely a character we started to see some more uprising from in the later stages of the game, or as the game had kind of died, because there's just so much depth that you can really find with this character and can do some incredibly wild stuff. We'll see if Forever Elite can get any of that started. Here's the orbs coming up. Striker now gonna have to look out for that as the pressure begins. Also want to give a thanks to K-Dunk, Hazel's, and Alchemy for the follows as well. Glad you guys are having fun checking out some MKX with us here.
I am surprised Striker went with Lackey.
He wants a hug. He needs some love.
He needs that loving. That's all it is too. I understand that. If I didn't have Master on my blaster, I would definitely want a hug as well. There you go. All right, got him in the corners. He's trying to keep the pressure on, trying to keep Ferrator locked down. It's one of the things you can do. If you can lock him down. Man, he's had a...
Yeah, I think this is interesting that, like, I think the typical approach is I want to stay away from Ferrator. But Liu Kang, in Duelist in particular, is not a great zoner. He's got the light
out of it. Oh, went for the throw
that exists, but not really a strong zoner. So he's gonna have to get in up close and just kind of tango with this Behemoth. We'll see if it works. Behemoth, Behemoth. Which one should I say?
Behemoth. There we go. Racing across the string with his charge move. Oh, there's a nice overhead.
Oh, I love that string. It looks so tight.
We're seeing so much Ferrator right now that I am just about to die from a heart attack. This is incredible. Nice poke. Here we go. Nice charge. Throw up.
So goofy looking.
Into the crushing. Oh, so good. So good.
Armor's rolling on through.
Armor roll.
Now the life lead is in Ferrator's favor here as well, or this time around just Tor. Tor smash.
Yeah, that's right.
Full meter though, watch out for that fatal blow.
Coming back. Oh, he went for it.
Breakaway.
Oh,
okay. Obviously.
Broke it out. Don't blame him. That would have killed him.
Yeah, that was the kill combo here. Fireball's
All
coming
right.
out. Now you see Forever Elite switching it up a little bit, realizing that Striker's been getting in and doing some devastating damage. A 19% throw. The pressure continues, and there's the chip out. No defensive meter to save you in this game either. That health is just done. So Striker gonna take game one with the Ferrator pick. Not an easy battle here. Definitely able to find his stride.
Yeah, with Ferrator and Liu Kang, I would have expected a little bit more fireball edge coming out, to be honest. To do that, duelist fireball, you're getting kind of close. You know what I'm saying? You're getting in Ferrator's wheelhouse. So let's see where he goes with this time. Oh, I love the outfit for Ferrator. Look at that half mask. Poor fella just wants love.
Let's go put a few more outfits in this game. Here's hoping that we can get some more.
Round one, fight.
All right, going back to Lackey, jump back off. There's nowhere to be seen. Here comes the fireball. Oh, the armor protected gets one. Here we go. Keep him at arm's length. Got to be careful when Ferrator gets close. There we go.
And
Nice.
It's cool that Ferrator follows them around the stage. Sometimes it looks like she's just like looking at nothing. You know, she's just like thousand eyes staring into nothing. Action's over here, little lady.
All right, nice throw into the corner. Oh, nice armored. Oh, Ferrator's charge.
What was that?
Into the.
Forward 2 into the launchy thing? What is that? You can cancel forward 2 into stuff?
Yep.
Oh my god, I don't know these things. And if I did know, I've forgotten.
Is that his?
That's his scoop,
Sorry.
the launcher off the ground, the low that like tosses him into the sky. I didn't know you could. I know it hits twice. I did not realize that you could special cancel that first hit somehow. Which he must be going into the Farah Shoryuken thing.
Yeah.
Or I don't think it's safe, but maybe amplify it or I don't know, extra chip out of it, something different.
Gets him right back. He's coming right back. This is big damage. Oh, but awesome! Automatically with the command grab. Going to give him a hug. Comes back with some bicycle kicks. That's what I love. One of his jump ins. I don't remember if it was jump in 1 or 2. It has such huge range.
Watch out for these orbs. Now those orbs are deadly and they're all over the place. They do damage over time. Not to mention they explode for a launch.
Oh.
And Striker just gonna run through them, but will not survive the process. So Forever Elite answering back for game number 2.
Game number 2.
Captain fight. He is shouting in the hallway. I'm not sure about
I like
what, but I'm sure it's not important. I'll be right back.
I like what I really like what Forever Elite his answer there. He mixed a few more fireballs in, tried to kind of get that health lead, and then when needed, he would go in and do his combos, and then eventually when he got the life lead enough, he would start throwing out the duelist fireballs. It was very well done.
Liu Kang.
Let's see if Striker's got an answer here. Or if he's going to stay with Lackey. Now, Ferrator, with Farah on the shoulders, becomes their own fireball as well in one of his aspects. You can launch them like a boulder almost over you, a spinning blade boulder. You can bowl them, and for a low fireball. And sure enough, Farah's staying on this time, it looks like. Went with Ruthless. Now, I think Ruthless is the one, it's been a while, but I think that's the one where you can get the damage buff. Uh-oh, there's that duelist fireball again. All right, he's getting locked down in the corner. This is definitely not where you want to be with Ferrator. Oh, look at that mad damage going out right now. Oh, he tried to scoop. It didn't work. He had neutral jumped over it. This should be a kill. Absolutely. Forever Elite with round 1. Ferrator Striker has to get out of this corner.
Bicycle kick is a combo extender instead of a combo ender.
Ender. Yeah. All right, he's reversed positions, but just like that, oh, he tried nice use of the breaker, but he gets right back in that corner again. Not where he wants to be. There's those duelist fireballs. He's just threatening him to come in. There's that jumping one I talked about.
That's a neutral jump punch. The neutral jump punch where he swings Farah, dude. It's so far. Half screen launcher.
There we go. Got him back in the corner.
Oh man, these orb setups though. Forever Elite going to town. Drops the brutality though, but still gonna get the kill.
Yeah, if you can get those setups, if you can get a life lead and get those setups in the corner, man, you might as well just hang it up. That's the way it's going to work. Striker really has to make a concentrated effort to not be put in that corner if at all possible.
Yeah, that's going to be the key there, is to just really, kind of hold your ground and fight back here on some of these setups, but you know, trying to brute force your way out in some cases doesn't work because the bombs blow up, and it's really difficult trying to find your exact moment. I want to make sure that Alpha Cali checks in again. If you're in the chat, make sure you're checking in for your next match as well. I see you did play against Gears, but got to check in for the matches following that.
All right, let's see which. I didn't notice which one Striker went with that time. If you notice, Dream, he went with I think Lackey that time. Had Farrah on his shoulder the whole time.
Yeah,
no,
definitely
Ruthless.
a switch,
Ruthless. Oh, we're back to Ruthless. Here we go. Get some range extenders with this.
Ruthless is the damage buff, right? So he's
Buff.
got the cancels where he can kind of run strings into the stab.
Yes,
stab
that's
and
exactly-
keep going. Okay.
Yeah, when you were dealing with Bubs, that's what I was going over. Is I thought that was the one that this one was basically Farrah stabs him in the back and really busts his damage. But once again, Forever East got him in that corner, and this is a hard place to be if you're Ferrator, and especially if you've got those duelist orb setups.
Really dominant run right here from Forever Elite. Wow,
There's that
beautiful pickup though from Striker. I don't know if he maxed out the damage on that, but 25%, not bad at all. Gonna add another 23 to it as we move now back to the mid-screen, which is great because Ferrator's got the big damage in the mid-screen, doesn't need the corner to do it, and the corner has been really beneficial here for Liu Kang. Look at that, 41. The overhead connects, doesn't finish for the kill, but another round hit is gonna do it. And now Striker ties it up for the final round. Sad Boy coming through with the raid as well. Thank you so much. Hope you had a
Yes,
good stream.
absolutely. You are looking at the difference between Ferrator being out of the corner and Ferrator in the corner. This is 100%. Now Ferrator's got his game going on.
Yes. This is what he wants. The breakaway, though. Forever Elite had enough. Dragon kicks out. Wow, that goes.
Oh, there's the
that
overhead
far.
Farrah was talking about. Yep.
Works for days. Striker's got to look out now.
Come on, Striker, you got to
Going
get out of there.
off. Okay.
Nice
Armor's
use
out.
of the armor.
I didn't even need to use the armor, actually, but still, I mean, that would have protected him on multiple fronts. Back to the mid-screen, a much safer position here. No breaking out of that. Uses the throw. Goes for the overhead. The delay get up, though, I think. I don't know. Can you delay in this game? I think you can, but the grab from Striker finds its mark. I think that was the command grab as well. So Striker gonna tie it up here. And we've got ourselves a game 5 tonight. Also want to give a quick thanks to Littleman96, Julian Saline, and Scourge for the follows as well. I'm sure I messed up some of your names. Apologies in advance or afterward, I guess. It's not in advance anymore, but whatever.
So far, this match has totally been the position. If Forever Elite can get you in the corner and do his duelist fireball setups, there's just too much damage over too quick of a time. But if Striker can stay out of that corner, he's shown that his damage potential is so much higher, and his range is incredible, and he can really do some good work.
Round 1, fight.
Meow.
I don't know what he
Right
wants.
there,
I'm
there was
just
a
giving him
neutral.
Food, like, you signed a peace treaty. You have to stop.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice breakaway. Got out of the throw. Trying to push him into the corner. Here's a throw of his own that'll push him that way. Striker's got a couple rigs here. Bowling for Farrah. Nice catch up. Huge damage.
Oh, drops it at the end. Breakaway comes out, though. Chest bump. Get off me. And now the pressure here in the corner from Striker. Gets hit out of it, though. Although this is, I think Striker feels a little more comfortable here, right? He does not want to get cornered. That has been extremely devastating. Although Forever Elite able to find his mark in the mid-screen, going for the chip out, and it will be done. Forever Elite now on set point.
Yeah, Striker has shown that outside of that corner, he can hang with it with this match. But inside that corner, there is some bad problems. But that was a nice read. Went to that well with bowling for Farrah too many times and gets blown up with a dragon kick over it. And here we go, right where Striker doesn't want to be. Into the corner, multiple duelist fireballs coming out, and here comes the pressure.
36%. Oh, Dark Elite would be proud. But he doesn't get out of the corner with that. No side switch. Gets a little bit of distance, but just a sprint right back in. And Forever Elite, the Amplify goes off on proximity, I believe. And able to catch Striker trying to escape. So that is going to be Forever Elite advancing in our bracket here.
Both characters had the game plan, and when one of them could pull it off over the other one, you could see that they just dominated the match. Well done to Forever Elite for getting him into the corner, keeping him there, and doing so much damage once he was there with those setups.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we are going to be moving on to our next match, which is going to be that Dr. Awesome versus, it is that serious match that we were trying to get a little bit ago, but realized that our lobby was corrupted, so we'll get some invites out for that in just a moment. Let us know if you guys can't get in, and that will set in stone the notion that we'll be starting a new lobby between every single game. It will be a little bit longer running because of that, because we'll need to, you know, we can't go AFK when we first get in, so people will need to kill us every time, but, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work.
Can you send Dr. Awesome an invite?
I should be able to get it. I'm now aware of the proper spelling of awesome. I highly doubt I'll make the same mistake again. Although, I don't know, I've done dumber. I've invited myself to a game before, which is arguably the least effective invite one could ever send. There's no way that guy's
I will say, I haven't done that one. I'm no brilliant scholar, but I haven't done that one. Give me just a second.
We got is that serious in here, ready to go.
Thank you, Dream. I had to grab another beer.
Ooh, you know what? I need to make it so that those bracket updates show up on multiple pages too, Zombie. Hold on.
All right, we're waiting on the good doctor to come in. Is that? It is that serious. Rock? Rocking that Sonya, or is that Cassie?
He is a Sonya player. He's a Sonya player, through and through. Dronya, to be more precise.
Oh, okay.
So we could have some exciting stuff. Zombie, you can run that update again. I've got it set up so it'll show up on this page now too. So nobody saw that one. Rage
We
Quit
have
is
an
an
idea
L.
of what Oh, yeah. Rage Quit's an L for sure.
Also want to give a thanks to Joe For Real, Flyboy, and Mr. Wesley Thomas coming through with the follows as well. Glad you guys are having fun.
Yeah, thank you everyone, to all the fans, contributors out there for making this a reality. This is really fun tournament. Nice change of pace between MK11 seasons.
Increase
no
the
dreams
pace,
and
it feels
joy.
like, honestly, MKX is so offense heavy. I feel like MK11 rewards strong defense slightly more than this game does. Not that I think one is necessarily better or worse than the other, but there are different things that are kind of highlighted,
absolutely.
Focused on.
Our matches so far have shown that. MKX, in my humble opinion, is all you're doing is waiting to pour on your offense. That's it. Now, you can make that case for almost all fighting games, but not in the way MKX does, because when you do it on, it's on. And just like 0 to 90 in 2 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's much more measured pace on MK11.
Yeah, things have to be a lot more deliberate, it feels like, too.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like we do have our competitors here. I will make sure to spell his name properly at the top of the names, at least, here. I only fuck it up so many times, but let's get into this match. It is That Serious versus Dr. Awesome. Now, I can expect Sonya from It Is That Serious. Dr. Awesome, a new face around these parts, which there have been many of them tonight, with us kind of dipping back into MKX, a game that we've, for the most part in the Nightmare series, focused on MK11 since that came out, but always fun to revisit the old games that you had a lot of fun on. And man, I definitely had an insane amount of fun with this one, and it's been a lot of fun seeing what people are bringing to the table. So far, I think also we've had some really solid character variety. I don't think we've even doubled up on anybody just yet, as we're going to continue the trend with Scorpion and Sonya now.
That not just any Scorpion, isn't that the Injustice 1 skin Scorpion?
Yes, Injustice 1 skin on
I think
the
that's
Scorp,
what it is.
as well as, I believe somebody said Hellfire, those burning hands. So this is going to be the run cancel version of the character, which I think is honestly the strongest version of Scorpion. You know, run cancels are such a incredible tool for the characters that have access to them. Well, speaking of, Sonya doesn't
Absolutely.
have run cancels, and Sonya is still going to be incredibly devastating. There's the grenade reload. Gets a little chip going here. Dr. Awesome now with the Hellfire buff up. Immediate breakaway, though. That meter, not very valuable for offense in this game. You'll see a lot of players spending it on their defense.
That's right. And you can see Dronya here is just doing an immaculate job of these grenades. And every chance she gets, there's another reload. Good, nice setups, nice offense. It's looking really good so far.
Round 2, fight.
Alright, wait, he gets the Hellfire burn. Big dive kick
Oh,
yet
but-
from above on that one.
Here's the launch. Oh, into the end. Here we go again. There's the reload. Just one long combo. I really like the way he's playing Sonya.
Connects. Here we go. Continuing the damage. Grenades on empty right now. He will need to reload, but it is that serious. He will find the chance. Puts the drone out. Not a reload drone, though. Actually, an offensive drone use. Beautiful neutral jump punch, and I don't think he'll even need the grenades to rip this man in half.
You're dismissed.
Nicely done by It Is
Well
That
done.
Serious. One of my favorite Sonya players. He is, I think he wasn't really feeling MK11 Sonya, so we haven't seen much of him in MK11, but when we were running MKX stuff all the time, It Is That Serious was always a massive threat in the brackets, and I think that it's definitely shown that he's kept that blade sharp. MKX is his preferred way to play, and he is definitely out for blood on this one. Beautiful stuff, insane pressure, the combo conversions are all clean, getting good pickups, and then of course, the brutality finish at the end, basically checking off all the boxes.
And I totally understand what he's saying, too, because, you know, even the exact same characters have went significant overhauls or changes. And if you were a fan of the way, just like this version of Sonya played, you probably might not be a big fan of the way she plays in MK11. And there's more than one copy of that. I mean, you can go down the...
Sonya had a ton of depth to her in this game with the grenades and the drone. Both of those variations were very execution and like technically heavy. And Sonya in MK11 is she has the drone that she can summon, but it's nowhere near as powerful. And partially because of how crazy Dronya was in this. I think they wanted to tone that kind of stuff down. But I could totally agree with players that really enjoyed this game, and Sonya in particular, not feeling the, you gotta say, dumbed down version. I mean, it's Ronda Rousey, and she's just fucking not doing the high big brain plays anymore. It's like, it's just not the same thing.
And you could go down the roster with a lot of these characters. Devora took a massive hit from being one of the top tiers in MKX to what she is now. Even though with some patching, I think Devora is becoming more viable than what she was. She's still not up to her glory days of MKX.
Nope, not quite. Here we got a fairly even match, though, as Dr. Awesome digging his heels in and trying to stay alive on this one. Kick comes through, backs away. Pressure now from Dr. Awesome. Builds that first bar, and Sirius jumps right into the waiting flames below. And that will be a round for Dr. Awesome answering back here in Game 2. Also want to quickly give a thanks to Indo Gamer for the follow. Glad you're having fun checking out the Nightmare series here with us today.
Oh, look at the speed on those rings. Here we go. Try to do a little bit. Oh, there's a setup. Opens them up with it. Combo extender right there. Into the electric grenade. Knocks him down, and there's the reload. One large combo. So nicely done. Not any part of that's wasted. I love the way he's playing this. Oh, got him popped up. Wasn't able to finish. Here he goes. Amplifies the drone. Reloads. Well, I think that's our first spear that we've seen from Scorpion so far. Oh, nice one.
Reloading again. He's so good
Wake
at
up
finding
attack.
the time for that, too.
Yeah, to be honest with you, when I was playing very little, I did play Sonya in this. I just couldn't find the knack of reloading at a proper time, right? And it's just so inspiring to watch him do this.
See that?
I
See
did.
that style? From It Is That Serious, the restand, the dive kick. MK11, why can't you be this flashy? Come on, dude.
I tell you, I know they toned it down, they slowed it down, but one of the things that they kind of took away from the MKX version is, you're exactly right, the style, the substance,
the fucking
right?
Finish him screen slowdown is so fucking annoying. I cannot believe that they decided to, like, oh, Tekken's got slow-mo at the end and Guilty Gear does. Let's just thrust that in there. And here's the deal. It doesn't ruin the game for casual dipshits that don't brutality anyway, because they're just uppercutting each other to death anyway. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a subsect of the community that it feels like they cater to. These, like, bottom feeder players that are like, oh, but it looks cool when I hit him with slide at the end. Like,
Of course, I mean, without trying to be too much to defend, because I completely agree with what you're saying. Of course they're going to go for the casual market, because that's probably, what, 60-70% of their sales?
Yeah, but you gotta make the cool stuff take, like, being cool to do it, right? If you...
I agree.
Slow down just hinders everybody else while giving the bottom an opportunity.
I think that you can... I don't think you have to alienate one side to make the other side happy. You know what I'm saying?
So I think you could definitely... I think if you make the bottom side, if you make the path to get up to the top fun, then you can make the fun side as crazy as you want, as long as the journey to get there is fun and you do a good job of putting the carrot in the stick. Mortal Kombat is also, the MK11 tutorial is probably the best they've ever done, but I still think it's missing, like the number of players I see uppercut KB and then they just stare at you because they don't know you can even combo after, and because the game doesn't bother to give them combo trials or any kind of like insight on that, how to put stuff together. They tell you what the moves do, but they don't help you put it together. I think that's the next step they need to do. They need to help players put together some actual legit damage.
But they've done it before.
No, they haven't. There's never been combo trials. Well, no, they never had combo trials.
Oh, yeah, there has.
Injustice, they had
didn't
like
call it.
do the string, but they didn't have like a do this big long combo. They had them in MK versus DC. They had to do the big long combo.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, is MKDC.
Yeah, they had them in MK vs DC. They had these like do these big long combos, and they should bring that shit back, because that shit is good and fun to do, but it's not in these games. Another beautiful brutality crime is that series as well. That's one of my favorite ones too. The 4-3 one, not easy to get either, but it is that serious. Finds a way, showing off tonight here with that Sonya. Absolutely beautiful. But that is going to be a 3-0 in his favor as well. A clean finish here. So we're going to go ahead and hop back over to our bracket, pop that score in there, and we'll be moving on to our next match here tonight. I also need to figure out why the follow alerts aren't showing up. Something has broken. I'll get to the bottom of that, but for now, let's get our invites out.
All right, who's the next set of contestants, my friend?
We're going to take a quick... So, I want to get Twilin and Connor, but I think that Connor's not here because Connor got a DQ. So I think it's just Twilin versus Unbearable is how that's going to go. So before we run that, though, and we start running these matches for top 8 and closing out the evening, we're going to go ahead and run Cry versus Davies, because that is a match that we can run. So Cry versus Davies will run, and then by that time we should hopefully be able to run the Unbearable and Twilin, Alpha and Yuzaki, or whatever this word is that I can't. Oh, Young Phase, there we go. And then, then these ones will be done as well. So we're going to go ahead and get Crying Davies in here first and move from there. I'm going to need some gamer tags, though. These are not people that I'm familiar with. So if you guys are in the chat, if you could please give me your information on how to invite you, I will greatly appreciate that. Let's see what we got here from this guy. This guy says that his gamer tag is I'm Cry. We'll find out if that's right. We have it on Prime.
I don't know what I was meant.
And they're playing MKX. I think we're on track here. What were we saying?
All right, we're looking good. I know I've said this before, but man, character selection-wise, I mean, I don't want to turn into an MK11 bash, but I've enjoyed like Garrus out of this one and a couple others, but man, I just really enjoyed the roster. Everyone felt so significantly different. And I just enjoyed the roster more on MKX.
Yeah, I'm definitely am in the same boat. I prefer the MKX roster a bit more. Ultimately I prefer the MK9 roster the most. That basically had everything you would want. Had all the robots, had all the ninjas, and then they kind of piecemeal taken out. Like I'm so happy that Noob Saibot's back, but now we're missing Ermac and Reptile. So it's like,
Yeah.
that is rough. And, you know, it's cool to get some of these other characters back, like Scarlet and Baraka, but at the expense of, you know, Kenshi, etc. is tough. I'd like to them just keep the game alive forever. Like, we don't need MK12 for a while, and just keep continuously adding in these characters that we all enjoy. I do think that there is room for us to get the robots in there, because they're already in the game. So
Yeah,
half
they're already
the
in the
work
game.
is done. And I know that there will be some backlash, but like, I don't give a fuck. Yo, Davies, are these L's or I's? Because I'm in the dark on this one. I've tried with what I think are L's, but I don't actually know. We're gonna try with I's now. Oh, no. Oh, wait, that's a capital I. See? I'm already getting thrown off. I'm gonna need some insight. Are these L's or I's? No idea what this person's name is supposed to be. Maybe one's an L and the other's an I. Like, what if that's the ultimate trickery here? They're too far away
Maybe they're 2 1s.
from each other. You guys can't see his name, but I'll move it so you guys can. This is his gamer tag. And I don't know what I'm looking for here. Davies, please help me. Please respond. Please indicate what these letters are that make up your name. I found Davies I, and Davies I has 12 friends. Are you the person with 12 friends? I'm gonna fight Davies. I'm gonna fight him. I don't know who this person is. Is this person playing MKX? I have no idea. They have 60 gamer score. Is their gamer score from Mortal Kombat? It's from Gears of War 1.
That doesn't
Halo
sound like
3, and from Guitar Hero 3, and from Fight Night Round 3. This is the wrong fucking guy. Look at that! The trickery! It's an L and then an I.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
that's
I
not
was
bad.
never gonna unlock that puzzle.
There was somebody that got a 360 for Christmas about 8 years ago, and you know, got 3 games with it.
The lack of symmetry is already baffling me. I hate it. I would have never guessed. But okay, I found you. I have located your name. We got you. The invites have been sent. Let's hopefully your opponent got here in the meantime. Yes, they did. So
Hey,
we've at least been using our time wisely here. Cry is ready to go. Davies will be joining us shortly, and the combat can commence. Wait. Excuse me. Oh, look at that.
All right,
They're here.
we're here.
It is time.
We got Onaga sharing that Shaolin, so let's do this. All right, let's see what the characters are thinking about picking here. Ooh, Takeda. Is that what I'm seeing?
Dude, is this so far been new character every time? Wow,
Every time so far.
This is tight. No repeats.
This is tight. Getting some Takeda in the house. There's a character that's been missing from this generation.
Yeah,
for
Takeda,
no
I think,
apparent
was my
reason.
favorite addition to MKX. Out of all the characters that were new in MKX, I thought that Takeda was my favorite. You know, I like the other combat kids a bit too, and I think the villains are a lot better. Like Ferritor and Devora are really tight, but
I really like Cassie, and obviously I love Ferritor, but you know, I love Tremor, but I really like Takeda. I mean, I thought he was a very unique character based off a couple, you know, of old existing characters, and I thought that's kind of how the way they were going to take the series.
yeah, I thought they were going to continue with him for sure. I definitely expected
Yeah.
Kenshi to sit out And I thought they were going to have Takeda
Yep.
kind of take the mantle from there, because there's even, like, he does telekinesis stuff, but not a lot of it. He just uses retrieve his blades in this, and like they show it in the story mode that he can do more. So I was like, oh, well, it's because his dad does all that shit, but when they take his dad out and they give Takeda, that's my dad, remember him variation, then he'll do the telekinetic shit stuff then, but no Takeda yet. So we'll see. Maybe somewhere down the line. Look at this tat setup here for Davies.
Kenzie's son raised up by the Shiro Ryu. I mean, that's cool as hell. You know?
That's a crazy backstory.
I mean, yeah, that would have been awesome. Here we go, though. He's already taking the first match. He's really putting on the pressure. But,
Davies gonna close
yeah,
out.
but Kung Lao will not play around with this.
What the fuck was that? No, he
Did he
didn't
try
kill
to
him.
style?
Oh, goofball combos didn't finish the job, but able to still close it out in the end with the chip. What a weird combo, though. That was so weird.
Is he trying to style on this guy and drop the kill?
Yeah, that looks like he might have actually been going for a little silent and miscalculated the damage. Dude, I love being able to see the health numbers on MK11. Sense and Justice, too, they've had the health numbers on the display, and it's been so nice. That little extra bit of knowing exactly how much life they have left.
I will say, too,
armor.
so nice. That was a good read.
Anything bigger than that, though, but...
Here he goes. He set up the hat.
What? Why did it just follow him like that? That looked so weird and unhelpful. It avoided him.
Yeah. I will say, man, Kung Lao in MKX makes the Kung Laos of today look like they're taking, you know, barbiturates or something. Because, I mean, the Kung Lao of MKX, I will say, of all the tournaments, I think I liked watching players who knew what they were doing with him the best. Because it just looks like they're just, I mean, it's not, but it looks like uncontrolled chaos gone wild, you know?
Yeah, Kung
but
Lao's a really
there's
wild
always
character.
a rhyme and
I want to
reason.
say Kung Lao and Kitana were probably two of the most outspoken communities that we saw in the changes. I think Sonya had maybe a little bit of success early on, which is why she got nerfed, which maybe kept that at bay. But, you know,
Yeah.
Kung Lao and Kitana communities, both of these characters were pretty wild in this game, and the slower pace of MK11, those are characters that you could really see took a hit on that. I think Kung Lao, in particular, was just such a high-octane character that he still does maintain some of that, but it took a while for the Kung Lao community to adjust to the new pace of MK11, and some of them didn't bother. They moved on from the character or even from the game itself.
Yeah,
Slick Beats stuff
and I can't.
there, though.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't blame them. If you don't like the way, I mean, I've played Sub-Zero in every variation, but there's been some variations of MK9 where he has not been my main because of drastic changes to him. So I understand where they're coming from. You can like the character and not like how they've determined his playstyle for a version.
Yeah, and I think Scorpion's really cool lore-wise, but I don't really play him all that often. Other characters' playstyles end up appealing to me a little bit more. Here we go, though. Decent start here from Davies. Oh, wait, hold on. The name switched because of the what's it called. Damn it, I forgot. That's my fault.
Here he goes. Great potential right now. Oh, with the uppercut and goes ahead and secures that round for himself.
Final round. Fight.
Playing the Shirai Ryu version. Takeda. See what he got going on. But right now, it's all Kung Lao and his flash. There he goes. Throws right back into the sky. Dive kick. Oh, he drops the rest of the combo. That gives him an opportunity to come right back and do some of his own. All right, got a little ways to go. He whips out his chains. Nice block. Good defense. Nice little poke. Try to break it up. This is the hard part when facing against a mad Kung Lao, though. This wins it your turn. Nice throw. Try to get that offensive pressure back on his side. Nice whips. Caught him waking up. Off the combo a little bit there. Trying to keep the pressure on, but now it's Kung Lao's turn. Here he comes straight in your face. Oh, you can't let off that block button. Nice armor breaker. And just like that, Kung Lao takes this round.
Kung Lao wins.
You got to be careful, especially when you're going against a Kung Lao, is to not take your finger off that button too quickly.
Pay your respects. Throne defended.
It's still 2-1. Let's see what's going to happen on the next round. This has been going very back and forth.
Absolutely. So far, though, we have seen Kung Lao take 2 in a row here. Cry is going to do... Switching over
Did he
to
just pick
Reptile.
Reptile?
He did.
Oh
He's
my
doing it
goodness,
for
the
you.
Green Ninja, where have you been?
It's the first time we're going to see Reptile here on the stream as well. So continuing the theme of new, fresh faces every single time. Haven't had a repeat character yet. I'm sure we'll get one at some point. Especially as we get to repeat players now as we get to our matches to get into the top 8. But really exciting to see all the variety here.
Oh, absolutely. There's just so many good, viable characters in this game. But here we go right back. Knocking them up. Right now, it's the Kung Lao show.
What I'm loving here too, also, is the new faces. Like we have a lot of obviously our MK11 regulars that have been around for a while, but really exciting to see some of these, MKX diehards that are coming out here for this revival event, and hopefully having some fun here tonight, putting on a good show. That is for sure. Finds the opening here, no meter to keep going, but Fry definitely trying to put some work in. But there it is, the wake up spin from Davies. All he's going to need there to close out the round, and it is now set point.
Oh, nice. It looked like that. I'm Cry had finally gotten his hands on, and here we go, the nimble version. This is basically Flash from Injustice 2. Oh, but he wasn't able to do too much with it. Oh, it gets popped up. Now he's going to eat a lot of damage for his troubles. Kung Lao's got him open again. Oh, Reptile wake-up options. Here we go. Kung Lao firing back. Went off that block button too soon. He gets thrown back. This won't kill.
Oh no, the dash is blocked. Cry now sitting on some meter though. If he gets a hit, he will be able to convert into some damage. Doesn't go into the launcher. Here we go though. This should be the round. Will a breakaway come out in time? Zip zop combos. Nicely done. That is gonna do it for the round on top of it. So Cry answering back here, and a final round on deck.
How long has it been on stream since Reptile has won a round of anything?
Man, a minimum of like 2 years. A minimum.
Yeah. There we go. He's firing right back. Nice with the overhead. Throws out the force ball. Stops it. Oh, he tried to knock him back in it. It was a good read. Just didn't quite happen. Kung Lao wakes up with a wake-up spin. Nice acid spit. Oh, with the teleport. Opens him up for another combo. This could be big damage. It won't kill, but it'll be big damage. Nice defense there in the corner. Oh, but he gets opened up again. He has to armor break out. This is do or die time. Now trying to fight back. Oh. Opens him up, and Reptile goes back to the
We
pit.
can't do that anymore, just emptying a meter like that on combos, but here, totally allowed. No brutality? Oh no, that's the brutal, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. And Davies with the 3-0 and the Kung Lao play. Looking very clean in that victory.
Absolutely. I'm Crying was no slouch. He fought back hard. Takeda and Reptile had some really good rounds. Just didn't quite work out for him tonight.
So we are going to hop back to our bracket where it does appear that our final 4 matches of the evening lining up top 8 are set in stone and ready to go. So we are going to be making our way through these last 4 matches of the evening. Everybody else is going to be able to come back on Saturday for top 8. Does look like our losers bracket has a bit of catching up to do. I know that some of these are DQs though, so it'll very rapidly move on to the rest of that. Dr. Awesome and DL Overkill, if you guys could get in your match and start playing, that would be wonderful. I know I've seen you guys here in the chat, so definitely make sure you guys are getting those matches in. This, I'm going to DQ It's Delicious, because that is 45 minutes waiting on him to check in. Did I not put DQ timers on this? I did. I don't know what happened. Were they playing? Maybe something happened with that. If I wasn't supposed to do that, undo it, zombie, but that looked absurd. But let's go ahead and get our invites out, because we are going to be focusing on the winner's bracket action. And if you look at this, of our MK11 like mainstays, only Sunio is in here. Forever Elite also played a lot of MK11, though we haven't seen him in a while. College life taken over, which as it should. Be responsible. You don't have to play video games all the time. Your future is important too. So, you know, no problems there, but it's really interesting and exciting to see these faces that are not our MK11 regulars and are just these players that really enjoy MKX, and I think it also kind of shows how the different skill sets that are required for success in one versus the other, that that it can allow players to really excel that aren't necessarily the same players that excel in the other game. So different skill sets can be valued in this game, which I think is really cool. So we are going to go ahead and get Unbearable versus Twyland in here, which is probably going to be one of the marquee matchups of the evening here. Those are two names that even I recognize as needing to look out for. So this is going to be an exciting one. If you guys could drop me your gamer tags, if they're not the same as your Smash GG, that would be great. But I'm going to go ahead and get those invites out here and we can get started with that.
Yeah, really having fun tonight. Great to see this game back again on the stream, doing so well with some of these incredibly talented players coming out for it. Like you said, it's been nothing but variety all night long so far, and it's felt really good.
Yeah, I think here's where we're going to get our first repeat from these players. I believe I know what characters they play or have an inkling, so we're going to be getting to see some stuff we've seen, but there's so much variety, even in, like, if they play a different variation, that's going to really heavily change things, and even their own styles that they can push forth in their gameplay is going to also be another factor as well.
We got Twyland in already, rocking that nice reptile gamer tag.
And that's what I'm expecting from him, is some reptile play. Sounds like King Gambler was fighting a reptile earlier, so Twyland's reptile is going to be exciting to see, and I'm sure you're going to be a fan of that. You're a reptile fan, so you will be excited to see.
I am a huge reptile fan, so I can't wait. One of my favorite players characters is Reptile. Of course, I'm a sucker for the ninjas, always have been.
Yeah,
all the way back from MK1.
Yo, Woolander grabbed his sweater? That's fucking crazy. Thank you so much, man. Hell yeah. We do have merch, those of you guys that don't know, and Woolander just hooked himself up with a sweater. It's got the cool Nightmare Series logo on it. I didn't design the Nightmare Series logo. Somebody with actual talent made that, and it's a beautiful logo, so I slapped it on some clothing. Genuinely appreciate that, Woolander. Thank you so much. Anybody else that wants to support the stream and get some cool drip in the process, go ahead and grab yourself some merch. That logo is too sick to not throw on some clothes. It's even got a little bonus haunter. Just don't tell Nintendo. I don't need the cops kicking my door in, cease and desist letters. Come on, let me get away with it.
I will tell you that as soon as I got my hoodie here, my wife stole it from me, so we're liable to have to be ordering another one. So.
Well, at least let's find a comfy place to rest, though. That's good.
That's right. Here we go, right back. We've got some trimmer and we got some reptile going on. Fighting back and forth. Nice overhead claw action going on after he threw out the slow force ball. Nice throw in the corner.
Bobby chopping up a little bit here. Hopefully that's just on our end and not on the player's end. It could be the rollback having trouble. MPX is the game that they first put the rollback in, mind you. This game had delay-based netcode when it came out. They patched in better netcode in the middle of it. That was a big undertaking. So there could be some residual issues with it. I want to say that when you watch a lobby, you're watching the rollback, so hopefully their gameplay is coming through clean. So far, though, looking incredibly solid, both of these players. Not enough damage to kill. Look at that meter that Unbearable's sitting on. Not going to get a chance to use it this round, but we will be seeing some of that meter come through, I'm sure, in the next one, either in the breakaway or some of that armor that Tremor's got access to as well.
Yeah, Tremor, in this version, he wants to throw on the armor and get in there. He can just really keep the pressure going at that point. So here we go. Got him up in the corner, throwing him in. Knocks him down. There's that armor we talked about. Now he's got a free hit. Oh, but Reptile just strips it off from him. Here he goes. Pushing him back in the corner. You know he's going to flex up again.
He's still sitting on all of that meter, which means even if Twyland hits him first, he's got to get through the flex armor. Then he's got to get through the breakaway. It is not likely that Reptile's going to get a significant turn here in this round.
Here he goes. He's trying to fight back. Push him back into the installed force ball. Doesn't work. Nice kick there. Oh, and the interactable Dark Elite would be proud again.
Very nicely done. Unbearable able to maintain all of that meter as well, so Twyland still has to dig through quite a bit of resources. That's going to be a punish on that Reptile dash as well. 29%, another flex setup, just continuing the onslaught. Who drops the conversion off of that, but still going to get the redemption combo anyway.
There we go. Got him still in the corner. This is not looking good for Reptile at this moment.
Yes. Beautiful. I love it. The guaranteed ground pound afterward. Hard knockdowns. You can get an OTG ground pound. And not only is it guaranteed, it's going to turn it into a quick reptile statue as well. Beautiful stuff here from Unbearable Skill. I'm going to give the point to his opponent, however, because I have to move his fucking name over there anyway, and I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve. So, figuring it out.
All right, here we go into round 2.
Intruding upon his score. Let's take away his
right.
space. I don't even think he gets one. No space for
No.
you. Look, it worked out.
No thought whatsoever to these character selects. We didn't really expect one. Here we go, Twyland and Unbearable Skill. Right back at it again. Reptile versus the Crystalline Armor Tremor. And right back, there we go. Much like last time, in the first round, Reptile seems to take the early advantage. Oh, nice dash into the force ball. Yeah, gotta block that, and then comes the mix-up. Here we go. Nice combo, just kind of what he wants to do. He goes for the nimble, but he gets blown up and knocked out of it. And that carries him into the corner. We're gonna see a flex? Absolutely. Tremor fighting his way back in. He's had his armor knocked off. See if Reptile can get it. Oh, he goes for the low and ends up catching it and takes that round. One for Twyland. Let's see if he can close it out this time. Oh, nice low there from Tremor. Trying to keep him locked in the corner.
Punishable. I'm sure it is on Ant, but the normal one is actually safe.
Say it again.
The ground shatter, is that safe from Tremor? I know the amplified one that's a launcher, I'm sure, is unsafe, but
it's been a long time, but I think it is.
I think it is too. Tremor gets away with so much.
Oh, got knocked out of the armor by the interactable, but then Tremor gets you carried right back in, and you know he's going right there. Flex again. Here comes the combo.
The amplified cookie, I believe, ends up being like plus on block or some other nonsense this character doesn't need. I play Tremor, so I don't want anything to be done. Obviously, nothing will be done, but man, Tremor has so many good tools. Easy pick for a top-tier character, I think.
So many good tools. Best new character, I thought, especially of the DLCs, if not the whole game. All right, Tremor right back. You know how this is going to go. It's going to knock him down, get the flex up, and keep the pressure on him. He's got a little insurance now, keeping him knocked up. As we've seen, the last place, oh, nice armored. Nice armored slide there. Try to get him out of that corner.
I've seen a lot of the armored slide from Twyland. It does actually seem to be the primary use of his meter. You know, he's been trying to just get his turn back and escape from this pressure. Here we go. Breakaway gonna come out and put an end to it. Big acid bubble though. Not enough to kill. Twyland didn't have the run to finish the combo either. Next hit from either side could be devastating. Chip out is there, and Unbearable gonna now take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, again, I think what we're seeing is, like we saw our first match of the night, man, if Tremor gets you in a corner, it's a bad time. But if you can stay out, it's not that it's necessarily a good time, but your chances greatly for survival greatly improve.
Well, I think what's interesting, too, is to note is this is 2 games in a row now that Twyland's able to get that first game, or that first round, but Unbearable, in that process of losing round 1, builds a ton of meter, and then he's just able to sit on those resources and use them to his advantage throughout the rest of, not the next round, the rest of the entire game. And that has been quite devastating here for Twyland to get overcome here. We'll see if he can find a working strategy in game 3. He's going to need a 3-0 if he wants to turn around. Here is the overhead connection. Try to catch him with the speed as well. Not going to happen. Beautiful defense from Unbearable Skill and hard knockdown. Armor's up, and now it's trouble.
Now it's trouble. You got him in the corner. You got those lows coming in. Oh, just going to town.
Enough to kill, not quite. Doesn't go for the amplified ground pound either. Just opting to utilize the flex there, and that was so interesting. He got hit by the reptile dash, but because he had the armor, he just went to the other side of him like he normally does. Instead of bouncing off him on the other side, he bounced off from the, he came back and bounced off from the other side. So weird the way that flex armor interacts, because it's not like armor that saves you from the hit. You do get hit. You do get hit out of whatever you're doing. You just don't get hit by whatever is after it. You know what I mean? Like it's very interesting the way that ends up actually working.
Oh, he went for the low. It didn't work. Into a slide. Went for the dash. There he goes, dashed again. Just changed positions, trying to keep himself out of any sort of corner combo here. Oh, well. Nice force ball into the spit. Oh, the flex is up, so you got to watch out. Went for the low. Nice read, but then gets opened up at the preceding combo. Now he's in a big trouble.
Oh, no. And there he hit the flex armor, so wasn't able to capitalize any further from there. Twilin, a big struggle here, just trying to put Tremor down for good. He will get the round, but had to spend a lot of resources in that process, which means final round here. Not a lot of meter for Twilin. About 2 bars almost available here for Unbearable. And 2 bars is a sweet spot. That means breakaway's available, your defense is up. So, oh, spent a bar though. Twilin looking to build back his first bar here as well. We'll see what he does with it. We've seen a lot of armored slides to get through the pressure. We'll see if that's where it ends up going. No, it's going to go into the launcher, but the breakaway puts the damage short.
There he goes. He got a chance to flex, but also all right, ready. It's been knocked away, but he put himself in the corner. I don't know if that's where he wanted to be. He used a slide to get out into the force ball. Nice play. This is probably death right here.
It is. Twilin is mixing all over the place. You see these staggers into like overheads into staggered into low strings. All sorts of wild play here from Twilin, and it is able to find success here as he is going to go ahead and find game number 3. A victory for the Zaterans.
And I just love that character model right there. That reptile character model is the best there is. That is so good.
Oh yeah, and then the way that they ended up making the MK3 skin work for him in this, it's perfect. Like, this is my favorite way that Reptile has looked. I really like human Reptile, but if we're not going to get human Reptile again, which it sounds like we won't, then I think this version without like the tail and everything is probably the one that I like the absolute most. Also want to give a thanks to Noble Senju for the follow as well. Glad you had fun checking out the stream.
All right, got him back in the corner, got that flex off. Here comes the big crazy combos. This is the last hit. But look at that flex back up. Went for the low, didn't happen. Got him, caught him again. Oh, he delayed the low that time. For the high, didn't work. Oh, and just like that, all of Reptile's health bar has disappeared. Twilin's come fighting out, going for it, nimble again. Got him. Oh, nope, there's the armor breaker. Got himself out of it. Falls in that spitball, that force ball up in there. Oh, he gets knocked back in the corner, into the interactable. There's the flex. So here comes the force ball. Got him off his flex armor, but that was about all he was able to do. But now he's got to switch sides, and now he's in the corner. Oh, but he amplifies dash into the corner. Follows the force ball. He's all over the place right now. Amplifies that.
We're starting to build some meter, taking all that damage here. Seeing how valuable that meter can be. Flex armor is up. Finally trying to get away. Now no more room left to run. He's in the corner. Plus frames off that low cookie, dude. I cannot believe amplified cookie is plus like that. That shit is so good. It's so good.
It is so good.
It comes out quite quick, and on top of all of his overheads that he's got in his strings, plus the fear of overhead punch, that a secret low like that launches too. It's like plus or a launcher in the corner. It's so ridiculous. Very strong character, and unbearable skill, making expert use of those tools. He will go ahead and secure that first top 8 winner's side spot. Accidentally put it in as a 4-0 victory. My apologies. I'll correct that. But we are going to be moving into our next match, which is going to be, I think it's Young Cali versus, or nope, I mixed their names together. It's Alpha Cali versus Young FaZe. Whoops. Alpha Cali and Young FaZe. So Alpha Cali and Young FaZe coming up next.
That was such a great show of MKX at a high level right there by both players. Both players knew their characters inside and out. Great job. Knew when to spin their bar. Knew what they were doing. It was just a great example of the best that MKX could offer.
Absolutely. Really, really exciting stuff here. Looking forward to more of this on Saturday when we complete the top 8 as well. And gonna be some fun stuff. Let's go ahead and get these invites out though. Random select gamer tag right here.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Alien. as kind of when he came out for about a year, he was so dominant on the scene.
Well, they nerfed the shit out of Alien. Alien was so broken,
Yeah.
and then that October patch really normalized Alien. There still are Alien players, but it's definitely nowhere near as dominant as it was. Much like Tanya, right? That first event with Tanya, CEO had 6 Tanyas in the top 8. But then once they nerfed her
that was
and
stupid.
normalized her, everybody kind of moved away from her except for a handful of players that still enjoyed her. So random selects invite is here, and Young FaZe dropping his gamer tag into chat. There are very few vowels in this one.
We got RNDM Select in the house right now.
Nightmare Series logo is in the way of the fucking keyboard, so I can't see the G, H, B, and N keys. And of course, all of you guys would have multiples of those in your names.
It's one of the joys of being an old Xbox player like myself, is I got my gamer tag in pretty early and didn't have to add X, T, Y's, and Q's to everything.
It's the striving for originality. It's an impossible battle at this point. I did get the invite sent though, so we shall be hopefully seeing him shortly here as well. Get an invite or an update from their set. Okay, so Overkill, you can go ahead and play Ayuzaki. And the rest of these brackets in the lower side are moving along. And it looks like we do have our competitors.
All right,
here.
we do have Young. Absolutely, looks like we got Young FaZe and RNDM Select in. Already, we get
Quan
one thing.
Chi, let's go.
Now.
Quan Chi, hell yes.
The sorcerer is in the house for the first time tonight.
I feel like I just want to get a little Ermac on the stream, and then I might be good to go. I might have gotten it all out of my system. This isn't supposed to look like this. What? The game session desynced? Alright, we gotta start a new lobby. Crisis on the high seas. Not sure what happened there, but we know they can all get in the lobby, so most of it is done. We'll get those invites out quick. They're gonna be my recent players too, so be able to get some invites out to them actually really, really fast. If you can go ahead and send me an invite though to get the lobby up, and then we'll take it from there.
Absolutely, my friend. I'm getting that sent off to you right now.
Perfecto.
Yeah, one thing that MK11 has, I feel, significantly increased upon is the online stability of their matches. I'm not saying it's perfect by any means, but it is much, much better.
King of the Hill.
Mr. Dream, I'm showing you do not have the greatest ping.
Uh-oh. I refuse to acknowledge responsibility for it.
Ermac.
You'll hit a button, Mr. Dream. I'll go ahead and start uppercutting you.
Whoops, I forget. I'm trying to look at this other thing. Alright, let's get these invites out to players that we need. And then the death can commence. So this obviously is not the real match. This is just because of the AFK system, and this is not great.
Round 1.
So
Fight.
we're just going to have Melina here get her ass beat, and then we'll move to the next one. I don't know why my alerts aren't working. Like when people follow and stuff, they're not showing up on the screen anymore. And I don't know what that is causing that.
Finish her.
Well, I'm dead, and now it is just your turn now to join me in the afterlife, and we'll get into the match. It's kind of weird that we don't have like quick and easy AFK options as well. That other guy left the lobby again?
He did.
Okay, well, I mean, we're all here, so we'll send you a new invite.
From defender.
All right, Mr. FaZe, if you would beat me into oblivion, please, sir.
Well, don't go too don't do it too quick. Gotta make sure random select gets in here. Dude, it's honestly though, this is so much worse in Injustice 1. If you think it's annoying having to do this right here, where we have to kill each other, imagine a world where there's no AFK.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to do this between every match instead of every like new lobby. Every single game needs to have a kill the commentators.
Round 2. Fight.
I think you would have to only run with one. Because you couldn't be doing two constantly all the time.
Finish him.
There we go, my friend. Thank you very much. And just as what should happen, Sub-Zero beats Ryu.
Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory.
I don't know if anyone else is excited, but I am very optimistic for this Friday.
What is this Friday?
Pay
Is that the
your
movie?
respects.
That's the movie, my friend.
I saw the first 7 minutes.
There is a new
I didn't even watch it. I wanted to stay away from it.
Well, I got the spoilers. So, in the beginning... No, I'm just kidding. It's cool. The combat's cool. That's the main thing.
Yep. That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't expect incredible plot.
Bro, random select. I don't know what's going on, buddy, but you've left the game again. We are at least at a state where we can re-invite you without it causing issues, but you might want to restart some stuff to figure out what's going on with that. I don't know why it's not letting you play. That is wild.
Yeah, you've already teased me with Quan Chi, so I'm just saying.
I know, right?
I
We're
need
all
some Quan
excited
Chi.
to see it, and now the universe is denying. I don't understand. This is so tantalizing.
Yeah, but all I'm looking forward to this Friday, I just want great fights. That's what I want.
I'm hoping we get an announcement. We probably won't, but I feel like they would have teased that there would be an announcement already. They'd be like, hey, make sure you watch the movie, fans of the game, because, post-credits scene is all done in-engine featuring Smoke. But,
Yeah, that would be amazing.
right, but it's probably... Did I invite Unbearable Skill instead of you? Jesus. The brain is not... Wait, which one are you? Oh, you're all the way at the top. Okay, my bad. I went down instead of up. I saw Young FaZe and I went down instead of up. My bad. That's my bad. I'll send you a bonus one just in case.
I do expect some sort of skin pack to come out of the movie.
I'm sure we'll get some kind... No, that was my bad, Unbearable Skill. I fucked up. You're good for the night. You're good for the night. Also, thank you for the follow, Hitcron Superfly. Glad you're having fun checking out our MKX Revival Tournament. Next week is going to be Injustice 2, and then we'll hop back into the usual scheduled MK11 stuff, but wanted to do a quick throwback tournament, and, depending on how well this goes, how much fun we have, we may start to actually do a regular circuit for MKX and Injustice. I'm having fun checking out these games. There's clearly existing communities that are in some ways even separate from the existing MK11 community, so to tap into that, I think it would be a lot of fun because, this is where we got started, and I got time. I'd gladly put on some MK events if there's a community that wants to play in them. MKX.
Okay. We are definitely seeing some. We are seeing Summoner Quan Chi for sure. So expect a lot of setups coming out of the bald-headed one.
Beautiful use of that back action. One thing I definitely miss from MKX that is not in MK11 is invincible backdashes. There's some invulnerability frames on your backdash, and just using that to get out of the pressure and then get it started with his own pressure. Drops the combo there, though. Yo, I tried to get Ryder to play Zombie Sweat. He works on Tuesdays, but he would have been able to play if it was on Saturday. But apparently he's like leaving that job, so might be able to get him on future events if we keep doing these MKX events. So, and dude, I'm having a lot of fun taking the trip down this memory lane. It's been so cool seeing all the variety in the characters too tonight. Even this, we're seeing Katana again, but earlier it was Sunio and Mournful, and Royal Storm is a completely different beast. It truly is.
Absolutely. Plays completely different. It's not quite as crazy as the Rushdown, especially when you're far away as well, getting that long string pressure. But here we see it can put up some nice figures, as we just saw. It's nothing to sneeze at. There we go. Get that set up for Quan Chi. Get him walking. Nice combo. There's Puggles. Oh, but Puggles gets knocked away. As soon as you say that, here we come again.
The bat set up now. The mix, the launcher from Puggles. There's still meter available here for Young Face. He might be able to close this round out here. That's going to do it. Very nicely done. And do I have the names wrong? I think I have the names wrong.
Quan Chi wins.
Do I have the names wrong?
Young FaZe is Quan Chi.
But it looked like...
There is a new king.
Okay, well, I'll have the names right moving forward, I guess, is what it probably means. Because it looked like player 2 just won.
Oh, it did look like that. It looks like that's incorrect. Random select won. He's Quan Chi.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't help that random select goes by Alpha Kai in what's it called as well. So that's throwing me off. Not that I mind.
All right.
It is just like an extra piece of information to keep track of.
Katana is gone, and here comes the one we were talking about earlier. Miss Tanya is on the screen.
Kobujutsu as well. So no Dragon Naginata gonna have access to the Rekkas, which is interesting. They hadn't done a Rekka character before then, and they haven't done one since. Like Tanya was the one lone Rekka character that MK ever made, and they did not revisit that archetype.
They decided that they did not like it for whatever reason. But it was a nice dive right there. Gets Quan Chi opened up. Here's some huge pressure. Oh, this should be a big open and big combo for Quan Chi, though. Nice throw. She's going to set up Puggles right here. Yep, absolutely.
Full screen. Oh, that was so sick if you would have been able to convert the rest of it. There's Skull, and there it is, the chip out from these runes. Excellent control right here from Random Select.
Knock back down. There's Puggles into another rune. Puggles. Oh, went for the low. Oh, nice setup. Over the armor went to get up attack. Got a little traction. Nice defense. Here we go. Back into another setup for Quan Chi.
Wake up drill. A big risk there, but paying off. Now pressure coming back. Oh, never mind. Nice escape from Random Select. He's going to get the Amplify. Someone Puggles in, and that is going to finish the round as well. Very nicely done. As Alpha Cali now up 2-0. This Quan Chi play is devastating here. And like, look, Quan Chi is one of those players. A lot of these characters honestly are, but it is yet again another one of those games where it's just like, if the character starts to get momentum going, it can be incredibly difficult to find your way out of that. If you start guessing wrong, moving at the wrong time, it just keeps looping back into itself, and it can all fall apart. Yeah, I know who Overkill is. OTM made it. I'm very aware of Overkill. He played a lot more MKX. He didn't really move on to MK11. Actually, there's a lot of players from the MKX days that didn't, so, you know. But he definitely seemed to stick around with MKX a lot more. But yeah, I definitely remember him. He had the dedicated MK players group or whatever that he ran. And I advertise my tournaments in there all the time.
All right, we got Bo Ride Show making our first appearance of the night. The flatulent one himself here to play. Here comes Puggles again. Puggles don't care. Puggles don't care if you're what you are or who you are. He's going to come at you just the same. And right there, back into those corner combos for Quan Chi. Here comes Puggles again, another setup. Oh, into the low. Didn't get much out of it.
I didn't even need to curse him. I was about to, though, but he barely got touched, but touched nonetheless. And that is going to be Alpha Cali taking round number 1. Now on set point here. 1 round away from sending Young Face to losers bracket. And Alpha Cali get himself done for the night and secure that top 8 spot.
All right, Flatulence is gone. Getting knocked up, set up for the combo. Drops the last part of it.
Oh no, vomiting in front of everybody.
Ugh. That's what happens when you drink too much.
That's definitely going to be in the yearbook on this one. Oh, what? Beautiful
nice.
Flatulence. Nice clean conversion. Now he is playing the drunken version as well, so he's got to manage that alcohol level. Will he get another chance to drink? Tries to put a fart out. Watch out for throwing up now, though. Oh, he jumped out of the throw up. That was so cool. He jumped out of the throw up. He still dies, but he jumped out of the throw up. If you are airborne when your drink runs out, you don't throw up. Hard to time, but if you're keeping track of it, and obviously you have to have the right window to jump in as well, but you know, it is a little extra thing you can keep track of for you Bo Retro players out there. But that is nonetheless going to be Quan Chi, the Sorcerer, making it through. 3-0, very strong finish. And let's go ahead and hop back over to our brackets because we've got 2 sets remaining tonight here. We're going to go ahead and get Forever Elite versus Davies up next. And then after that, we're going to close out the evening with It Is That Serious and Sunio. So Forever Elite and Davies, these are players that we had seen earlier in the night as well. So going to likely see repeated characters here, but very, very talented players here. This was, Davies was playing that Kung Lao, which was a really exciting to watch. Forever Elite, I want to say, was the Liu Kang, too, against Striker, so.
When he was going against Ferritor, that's right. He was Liu Kang. And he was doing the ones with the short fireballs.
Yeah, the duelist stuff. The duelist stuff.
Yeah, duelist.
Alright, so invites have been sent to our competitors here, both Forever Elite and Davies. I'm just waiting on them to join us now.
Get these players in here, get you another great match. As we coming down to it, start this top 8 is shaping up more and more. It's going to be a fun time to be had on Saturday. Make sure you stop by and check it out. I know Dreamwood will greatly appreciate it.
Oh yes, definitely going to be finishing up this event on Saturday with our top 8. Should be a fun one as the slaughter concludes. But here, we're going to round out our top 8 winners side. Just a handful of matches left to do. In fact, 2 more. Our losers bracket does, of course, still have a lot of life left in it here, as players are still kind of fighting through. Got some people that we're going to be sending down here to determine, and then kind of go from there. Damn, Aizaki with the free ride.
Free ride in the top 8?
Steven had a free ride that he passed on. He was free riding, and he could have fought Aizaki. What a wild set of events. Well, that's how it works. Looks like Davies needs another invite. No problemo. We can definitely get one of those out. If we can find your name. There it is. Top of the board.
Also, don't forget, Injustice 2 tournament starts next week.
Yep, next Tuesday.
Same
For
type
those
of
of you guys
setup.
that are more in line with cross-ups, right? Those of you guys that aren't a fan of the block button, we got Injustice 2 coming up next week. That is going to be a lot of fun. I have actually been dipping a little bit into Injustice 2 here and there. Just, you know, kind of, because it's different enough from MK that it doesn't cross my wires as much, and I can afford to play it without really hampering my MK11 play. But man, this game there is some really, really wild fun stuff in this, so really looking forward to that as well. I'm hoping we don't get too bombarded with Starfires and the heavy zoning, but I do think that we could absolutely have a really, really fun set of matches in that, because that game, much like this one, the chaos in this that we've been seeing, Injustice has its own batch of chaos, and it is a lot of fun to witness as well. So Davies
Who
is
did you
saying
main
in Injustice, I was at the end of it. I played Leo, but at the launch I played Firestorm and Black Adam. I mainly played Black Adam because he was really easy to play. Like, I didn't have to think. It was just forward 1-2 trait, and then if it was hit, you do the combo. If it was blocked, you throw. And that worked against a lot of people, like a lot of people. So I just kind of did that over and over again. But some of the other characters I had to turn my brain on a little bit more, which was fun.
I poked around with several of them, but I think the one I played as my main was Atrocitus.
Okay. Atrocitus was fun. The cool thing about Injustice, though, I think that's interesting is, like, if you look at Mortal Kombat, every, like, MKX Scorpion and MK11 Scorpion, very different. And then if you add MK9 into the mix, that's another completely different character. Whereas Injustice was the first game where they started to introduce some kind of legacy stuff. So not everything carries over. Case in point, Green Lantern had a lot of his special moves changed from one game to the next. But a lot of the same normals come back, a lot of the same special moves come back. So stuff that you could do in the first game is often stuff you can continue to do in the second game. And I think that'll be the case in Injustice 3 as well. We'll get a lot of legacy stuff in there, some carryovers. You know, Batman will have maybe some slightly adjusted tools, but it'll be a bunch of familiar stuff too. So that's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that. But I think that, you know, the way that it has that legacy was what allowed me, because I basically played Black Adam because it was like, oh, well, I knew how to play him in Injustice 1, so I'm just going to do the Injustice 1 stuff. All right, we're going to try to start a new session because it looks like the lobby is not letting Davies in, so we're going to go ahead and start a new one. Bort, if you could send me another invite, please.
Absolutely.
The joys of making the tournament work for MKX. Yeah, who did you mainly play?
Solomon Grundy in Injustice 1.
Oh, dude, I wish Grundy would have came back here, too. Grundy was so much fun.
Oh.
Just, even at events, the way that the crowd would, like, join in on the fucking... The Born on a Monday. Oh, man, so cool. Such a fun character.
I loved him in Injustice 1, and I played him almost solely. I loved him so much. I think the only character I would come off of him would be Bane. And I still played Bane some in Injustice 2 as well.
Yeah, Bane was really, really interesting in Injustice 2. He was one of the characters that got like a handful of new, like he had a lot of the staple stuff, but then got a couple of adjustments for the most part, typically for the better. There's, you know, some new strings and had some interesting properties. They changed, I think the biggest change was he lost his double punch overhead and he got the elbow drop overhead, which still had the same effect, but was just like a different move or whatever. But Bane was a really exciting character. I think that, you know, Injustice 2, going back to it, really kind of like highlighted how much I genuinely enjoyed that game when it was the game we were all playing. And I think there's also the unfortunate tragedy that is a inability, for whatever reason, for NRS games to coexist. I don't know why the communities can't play both games at the same time. You know, it works for Tekken and Soul Calibur, right? There's not like the whole Soul Calibur scene shifts over to Tekken and back. Like, they both are able to, you know, run it together in whatever capacity along those other lines. So I would really like to see somehow making it so that MK and Injustice could coexist, because I think the games are different enough that they have different feels. There clearly are players that have a preference for one or the other. So having both of their games be like viable and part of the competitive circuit, I think is a really good idea. But it's up to the community to enable that. But I think we're starting it. You know, there was also other Injustice news on the PlayStation side of stuff coming back for that, and love going out to that game too. So hopefully we continue to see some more, you know, events that support as many options as they can, not just the current game.
I think the only thing that would prohibit what you're talking about is NetherRealms. I don't know what their workforce is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Their size, if they're able to do 2 games. But you would think that, you know, with WB backing them, they should be able to do something.
Yeah, but I would think
'Cause
that
I
if
would-
WB backing them, WB would say, what do you mean you're making more $15 DLC instead of $60 games? Like, I think WB, as a movie studio that is used to raking in the big bucks and doesn't really care about some of the more grassroots stuff when they see all those casuals drooling and slavering for new content, that I think that is part of what inspires, in some ways, it to end up going the route of new game every single time instead of maintaining the games for longer. Because if you look at our competitors, Street Fighter V, which came out in 2015 or 2016, which is a while ago, it was like alongside MKX, is still getting new characters. Rose just came out earlier this month. Like, that's insane.
Oro's supposed to be coming out. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So...
Yeah, they're not even done. Oro, there's an unannounced character on the way. And then if you look at Tekken just had Lydia come out. That game came out same time as MKX. So for MK11 to be done would be insane. I don't think it's anywhere near done. I think that the silence that we've been getting has been really disheartening, but I don't think we're anywhere near done. One part of that too, a big thing to me is like, when they opened up the floodgates on customs, they had to know that they didn't get the customs right before they opened up. Like, they weren't balanced around each other yet.
Yeah.
So when they were opening up the floodgates and letting us do customs, they had to have known that this first run is just mainly data acquisition to figure out what isn't good, and then we'll adjust stuff on there. So I think we still haven't even gotten that first significant sweeping adjustment to those custom abilities to really lock them into where they need to be.
I agree, and I hope that's the case. I really hope that MK11, although it doesn't have to be, Armageddon, MK Armageddon by any means, I think there's a lot of characters out there that people would still pay money for, right?
Yeah, and I think also there's a lot of room for the ability system to, like, if a character needs more tools, give them more tools. There's room and a foundation to allow for that. It's a really good foundation that they could keep on putting more and more life into.
There's several characters that, you will have good abilities all around almost. But then there's some characters that you're going to see now that Customs is open, the same couple every single time. Mm-hmm. So I hope they address it by what you're talking about. So they're updating previous abilities or Enter AFK, by the way, Dream.
Oh yes, good call.
Or adding new ones.
Yeah, exactly. New abilities, I think, would be a big help to put some more life in the game. New characters obviously always put some more life in the game. I do like the idea of new abilities because it puts more life into every player, right? Like, if they decide, like, okay, season 3 of MK11, everybody got new abilities. Now, just like Tekken and Street Fighter, everybody got a new V-trigger. Tekken, everybody got new moves, new wall bounces.
That'd be amazing.
Giving everybody a new 2 abilities each, or maybe 3 for some, or whatever. New tools to play with would give new stuff for everybody to play with. Not just, oh, well, I'm a smoke player, so I can play with this new character, but all those die-hard, dedicated players that just play one character are like, well, I guess I'll just keep playing with my same old, same old. Now, granted, if you're a dedicated player of one character, you like your same old, but new toys for that character are never gonna hurt. Because you can just choose to not
Never.
they're not good.
You'd make everybody excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, what we're seeing here, we did see Tanya pick, but it's Dragon Naginata.
No more Kubujutsu here, so this is going to be a lot more pole vaulting, hopping around. No more Rekkas, but still heavy damage coming out, 28%. I honestly, Tanya's damage, not quite as heavy as a few of the others in the past. Like, Tanya's damage is not as overwhelming. 28% when we're looking at characters mainly hitting mid-30s there. It'll be interesting to see if that damage differential ends up being a cost. I don't know what Forever Elite is doing, but this counts. Unless he doesn't want it to count. Is your controller broken? What's going on, Forever Elite? Did you get the wrong variation?
Flawless victory.
Did you spill rabid wombat milk upon your controller mid-set?
Pay your respects.
Not really sure what that was about. Also want to give a quick thanks to Roswell's Ace and Hush FGC for the follows. Glad you guys are having fun checking out this MKX action. Hopefully it can turn into real action though. Got to figure out what's going on with Forever Elite. What's the deal?
Controller die? I mean,
Well, he was jabbing though, because Davies hesitated. He's like, "What's going on?" And then Forever Elite like pushed buttons to let him know that he's
and he
still
jabbed
there.
a couple times.
And then he just didn't. He just went back to not playing. So I don't know what's going on here.
Although I'm not on chat, some information in chat would be very appreciated.
Yeah, Forever Elite, if you could update us as to what's going on. I don't know what to do with this. I mean, it's cool that we're getting to see some MKX, but this is training mode. If it's just Davies uppercutting him over and over again in the corner, and now he's not picking a character, but he's not. I mean, maybe he's typing us a really long book. He's George R.R. Martining it up right now. Finish it before you die. Uh-oh. What is going on?
Round one.
Did your pet llama steal your underwear? You're having to trace it down in the nude?
Yeah, what is happening? Like, does he need a moment? Like, I don't understand what's going on. The lack of communication, I think, is the worst part here, though, because I don't know what he's doing. Like, if he needs a moment, we can give him a moment. If he just doesn't want to fucking play, we can just move on to the next match. Like, nobody wants to watch this. So, we should figure out why we're watching this so we can determine if we should continue to watch it. As opposed to just watching it and hoping that there's a reason to watch it. If there's no reason to watch this, then I will move on to the next match. Because this is not exciting. Forever Elite, can you please give us some kind of update as to what is going on? Why you have chosen to stop playing mid-set? You accepted the invites. You're fighting, you're hitting the jab button. So you clearly are here. So what's going on? See, he's jabbing. He just pushed a button again.
Round two.
I don't get it. Dude.
Wish I could offer insight, but I really can't. I'm in just as big of a loss as you are at this moment.
Alright, well, I'm not. I mean, if Forever Elite can't enlighten us as to what's going on, I just gotta DQ him, dude. This is. Like, I don't want to watch this. I don't think anybody in the chat wants to watch this either. If Forever Elite was willing to give us some information as to why this is happening, we would probably be willing to, you know, run through the journey with him as to why, but if this is just because he feels like not fucking playing randomly, then don't play. Don't make us watch you not play. So we're gonna move on to It Is That Serious and Sunio. I don't know how we're gonna get him out of the lobby. So do you want to just back out and make our own new lobby again?
Yeah, we can do that.
So Davies is going to take the win. I really don't know why Forever Elite is not talking. Usually he's more communicative, so I don't really know what's going on, but, you know, is what it is. So we gotta deal with the hand that we're dealt. So, whatever.
All right, I sent you an invite, Dream.
How did you send me an invite? You are still in the lobby on my screen. That is spooky.
Oh no, I backed out.
I'm accepting your invite right now. I don't know what happened with him, man. Honestly, that is and he was still there. Like, he was pushing buttons and stuff. I do not know why he just decided to randomly not play. That is alarming. But I have no idea. And no explanation either. He usually tells us when stuff's going on, so I have no idea what any of that means. I really don't. I'm in the dark on this one. Super confused. Truly.
did check my messages to make sure I didn't have one. I didn't. So, I don't know.
Dude, I've got nothing on that one, man. Like, he clearly was there at the controller, and I think he even fought a little bit at the start of the fight, and I don't know if he's just like, this match is too laggy, I don't want to do it, but you gotta fucking, like, say something, man. Like, let us know what's going on, because we'll just, if you don't want to fight it, we'll just skip it, you know what I mean? Like, we got
have to lip.
stuff to do. Yeah. I don't want to watch these AFK for 3 matches, that's not fun for anybody. Continue, guys. Yeah, I don't get it either, Davies. I'm confused. I'm sure there's an explanation, you know, maybe he had some kind of emergency at home, you know. His dog's girlfriend got into a car accident and he just had to deal with and console the dog. The dog would not appreciate him playing video games the whole time. So it's, you know, these kind of things happen. Oh yes, fatality. This will make it.
I honestly did not mean to do that. I guess I have easy fatality tokens because I thought I was just hitting random buttons.
Oh wow, that actually is quicker than I thought it was though. I forgot MKX fatalities are not as drawn out. The MK11 ones, it feels like they've got like 3 beats they've got to hit, just like the fatal blows.
Yeah, they're much longer.
Alright, well I'm down for the count. I almost had that one.
You were closer that time.
I gotta pick Noxious, and I think I actually will get closer. Let me get the name.
Don't forget to go AFK.
Oh yes, fuck, I'm forgetting, man. I've been so coddled by how easy it is to do this stuff in MK11 that I forgot. I do have to AFK halfway through being in the lobby, not way later. Look at that uppercut, dude. You see that? He's gonna kill you in 4 of those, dude. It's so dumb. Jeez, 4 uppercuts. And one of them was excessive. Cam is black. 3-2.
Ooh, go Cam. Yeah, another thing to remember, some of these players like him is black. Maybe he just needs some time to warm up.
Dude, I have a feeling that a Yuzuki is going to DQ his way all the way into the top 8. Because Forever Elite is who he was fighting, he just AFK'd too, so... Imagine falling up through the entire loser
bracket. Alright, here we go.
It counts.
It counts.
I mean, he played
There is
Forever King, or
absolutely-
King Gambler at the start, but... And he played
Yeah.
Sweatpants, so he played a couple other people, actually. Never mind. He's not free ride. He had to fight some people for it. But he's not going to have to
Hey,
fight
we
the
take
bigger
those.
dogs that are later on down the line, right? Like, the worst,
That's right.
the hard parts behind you in a bracket, that's not how that usually works.
Yeah. Here we go. We got Sonya rocking that original skin. This is Katana.
And this is gonna be
Sunya's
our
still playing
final match of
mournful.
the evening here, too, so... Last
Yeah.
spot, top 8 winner side up for grabs. We'll see who can claim it here. The drone coming out. So
Yeah,
this
we
is
got that
interesting.
drone action on this one. Special Forces
He
variation.
was using a grenade earlier, but this time around,
Yeah.
busting out the drone. And Dronia is so crazy deadly.
Oh, look at that. Track you down. There is no escape. Oh, nope. Can't get away up there.
That homing fire there from the drone, locking down Sunio no matter where he ends up going. Nice arc kick to get in there. The grenade, or the drone summon gets caught, though. Sunio now, honestly, within the range of the kill. But, of course, you have to look out for that breakaway that just came online here for Sonya. Dive kick not going to quite reach, and the overhead glaive from Sunio is going to claim round 1. This
Straight
is
to the
looking,
face.
Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a hard-fought battle to the bitter end from both of them. You can see neither one of them giving any ground easily.
All right, Sonya's going to get chance. There we go. There's her chance. Get that drone up and out. Oh, didn't work out for her, though. Sunio rushed in. Get some more combos going off. Drops it, and the drone goes in and self-destructs. See what Sonya can take advantage of it.
Oh, armor's out of the overhead. Sunio has been getting great usage out of that overhead. That time, Sirius able to successfully evade it. Not a lot of life left for Sirius, but he might be able to do a lot of damage here and put it down to one more mix-up.
Oh, the drone came
but
back.
It wasn't quite quick enough. And Sunio gonna take it with the teabags as well. Sunio says, I don't even play this game anymore.
All right, our Lady Assassin has put one on the board. See if she can keep it ahead of the Special Forces agent.
Now I'm curious if Sirius is going to switch up, because I'll be honest, I think it is that Sirius may have picked Dronya, because he wanted to show off that he can do it in more than one way, right? He already showed us the grenade one, so now he was going to show us how it's done with Dronya. But Sunio going to get toxic here. No more playing around, but it looks like we're still going to see Dronya. It could be matchup dependent too. Sirius, these are the two variations of Sonya he would always play, and it very well could be just based on which matchup he prefers. If the grenades aren't as effective against this variation of Kitana, and that's why the grenades aren't making their way into the arena.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, absolutely. They're, not being an expert on either one of the characters here, I couldn't tell you which one was the best pick for these. So, but let's leave it to an expert. He's saying that Dronya is the best matchup for this. I'll take his word for it. He's going to do a little bit better than last time. Because right there he goes. Gets some out. Gets the drones going.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for an expert, then it is that Sirius is the man to come to on this one.
And there we go. Nice chick. Poked him out of it. Got another combo bear in the corner. Caught him trying to get away. Oh, into the throat slice. Going right back in. Oh, but traded places. Let's see if Sonya can take advantage. That drone's back. See if we can get her some fire going on. Jumps in the corner. Jumps back out. Oh, the drone goes in. Self-destructs again. These life bars are very equal right now. Waves flying. Oh, nice jump kick into the corner. That will do it. Sonya will take that round.
That arc kick was so clutch.
Oh, yes. All right, drone's back again. Let's see if how much you can do here.
Big damage
so far
here from Kitana as well. Look at this. 33% before the fucking tornado comes out. 40 to cap it out. That is huge.
That is huge.
Not a lot of resources spent either. Sends him back into the corner with another 29%.
Right now he's keeping him locked down right there. Sonya tries to trade the position up. Nice neutral jump. Jumps herself back in the corner.
She dive kicked over him. I think her dive kick's an overhead too, but it's like been getting ducked here. Weird. Oh, gets over the dive kick. That was wild.
My goodness.
I want to say that Sunio doing that air normal adjusted his hurt box by moving his feet into a kicking motion, which then put them out of the way of the dive kick trajectory.
There comes that stuff. He hasn't really been able to take a lot of advantage of these drone shots as much as she was at the beginning.
What is the game doing? Okay, we're back to normal speed. Never mind. What the fuck?
Yeah, we're being awful choppy here for some reason.
Hopefully it's not like this for the players. Nope, it looks like that was affecting Sunio's combo as well. Not really sure what happened there.
All right, here we go back. Self-destructs the zone. Throws out some fire. Gets his drone back. Instantly starts firing up again. Wins the air-to-air match. Tries to get the drone to give her some room. Ends up getting self-destructing it for a combo. Armor kick. Cut straight in. Drone's back. Watch out.
Little bit of damage here. Sunio has a slight life lead. He's got the meter advantage, and those glaives, they come back on Amplify, so you gotta worry about him more than once! Oh. No way! A beautiful arc kick from Sirius to get around the attempted kill there, but then just missed the punish on the way down. I think he went for a low poke or something, and Sunio avoided it just narrowly. But nonetheless, Sunio is going to take the lead, and I forgot to change the fucking names. So, apologies. apologies in advance that the numbers have looked awkward. I forgot that we're playing MK11 or MKX, and that's how this game works. And I am just enthralled by this gameplay here between these two.
And he picked it so fast, I wasn't even able to tell if he went back to Special Forces that time.
And yeah, you guys, Knight is totally right. The Jade vibes coming off of this, especially now that we've seen Jade again. Because, like, this is MK9 Jade, and then MKX, there was no Jade, but Kitana had a Jade-ish variation. And then to see Jade again afterward, the Jade vibes are so strong in this one.
Here we go. Trying to rush him back down. Looks like it did go back to Special Forces. She believes in the drone.
Is Flutter a move in all of her variations? I cannot believe
nice.
Flutter is a base move. That Flutter is so fucking good. I thought it was like Royal Storm only. Here's the drone launcher. Look at this damage from it. Is that serious? 40% of his own corner pressure with that drone shot.
He's able to get himself out of a combo that way. Goes back in, goes for the drone attack again, and very convincingly takes that round.
Round 2.
Alright, nicely done. So, Sirius starting to answer back. The jump kick into the dive kick will hit, but the connection gets hit in the process. Not really sure what's going on here. And these are both wired players. I know it is that Sirius plays on a wire, and I for sure know that Sunio plays on a wire. I'm pretty sure it is that Sirius bought a wire, because I remember him participating in MKX or MK11 tournament, so he had to get a wire for that. So maybe he's like moved back to a different room, but pretty sure both of these players are wired, so not really sure what's happening with those connections. There's a launcher now. No meter to cook
different. Yeah, sometimes different providers don't want to sync up too well with each other, and that's just the way it is. Here we goes right back, throwing on the pressure.
Yeah, internet is not perfect. At the end of the day, it is bound to have problems sometimes. And unfortunately, we are in one of those times this year. A little bit more damage left here is all that Sirius needs to claim his first game in the set. Gets the air-to-air and gonna get the conversion as well. Teabagging right back as well. You can tell the salt has started to build between these two.
Oh, with a fatality.
Sonya wins. Fatality.
I will say, by looking at that right now, those fatality bones, the MK11 did
Pay your respect.
much improve.
Dude, that skeleton right there is classroom ready. Not only is it clean for a classroom, but it's also managed to somehow stay together despite losing all of the muscle and the tissue that does hold it together. So it's got whatever it is that the classroom has to keep it together too. Like, that is fit for a classroom.
Yeah, it's either magic or wires. I'm not sure which one, but there we go, back into it again. So far we're at 2-1. Sunio over It's That Serious. But It's That Serious is making a comeback with this Special Forces Sonya.
And Sunio is only level 9. So, I mean, he is clearly kind of new to this game. And for how new he is, only being level 9, he is doing incredibly well. So, shout out to Sunio. Beginner's luck.
I thought Sunio would play well. I didn't know he would play this well on MKX. Alright, drone's back out. There, E-Glaive to the face. Here's a charged shot, followed by a ring into an explosion.
The drone catching her out of the sky. That's so good because it's going to deter Sunio going for a lot of those air projectiles, which he's been a fan of. But the drone's able to cover that.
Nice glaive strike. It knocks her out for a short combo.
He's in there. Oh, but that arc kick ends up pushing him back to full screen as well. So, you know, you're in there, but you're in there briefly now, having to work his way in. The dive kick doesn't find its mark. That would have been the kill if it did, mind you. Well, actually, there was a breakaway, so maybe not. But Sirius was finally actually getting in there. Just didn't have quite enough life in the tank to do it. Nice use of the armor.
Sunio's went for a much more projectile-based offense at this point. Oh, tries for the anti-air, doesn't work out. Sunio gets a big combo off that and drives to the corner. Here comes the pressure.
Drone to summon, here's the pressure.
There's the breakaway, back into it, more pressure. This is why Sunio wanted that more keep-away gameplay. And just like that, though, Sonya Blade wins and shows her projectiles can do damage as well.
Round. Fight.
Sends the drone in, self-destruct, doesn't really get much out of it. That dive kick really does a good job there. Drone's back, firing again. Posts up, ready for that pressure. Nice poke.
Ooh, good duck on that. Uppercut KB.
Yeah. Oh, and that crucifix throw. It looks so good. Sonya's back in there again. Drone's back out. Fires a shot. Coming from behind.
To run
Got him.
away from it. Oh, you can Naruto run all you want, madam. You are getting caught. Big damage.
Right
Life
back.
lead back over here to Sunio. Also, the names are wrong. Again, I'm so fucking sorry, you guys.
And just like that, Sonya's head goes flying, and Sunio will take the match.
Kitana wins.
The names swap back and forth in this game. It's really annoying. I miss Forever King lobbies. I've been spoiled by them. I've been spoiled by the tech. That is going to be Sunio taking it, though. 3-1 with the brutality to close it out. Off with his head or her head. And that is Sunio making top 8. So that is going to be the end of the matches here tonight. You guys can see there have been matches happening in the losers bracket side. It is that Sirius is going to fight Elixir right here. Young FaZe and Cam already played. Twilin and Exodia. Hopefully Twilin actually play that match, because that would suck. Twilin really strong. Would hate to see him DQ out. And Forever Elite, we don't know what happened to him. But nonetheless, that does mean top 8. Top 8 going to be happening on Saturday. We'll take a quick peek at our top 8 bracket here, for those of you guys that want to take a peek at what we're working with. So right now we've got Unbearable Skill versus Alpha Cali and Davies versus Sunio. That's going to be our winner side happening top 8 on Saturday. And then loser side, we'll see Exodia versus Cam. Although I think Exodia and Twila need to still actually fight or something. I'm not sure what's going on with that. We'll figure it out as time goes on. And then Ayuzaki versus the winner of It Is That Serious, and a name that I've already forgotten. Apologies in advance. So some exciting matches coming up, but top 8 is going to conclude on Saturday. We are going to close up shop here for tonight and get some food in us, take care of all of that good stuff, and like I said, we will be back on Saturday for the top 8. I'm going to try to be back between then to get some sets in and just play the game, have some fun, hang out with you guys, but we'll see what happens with that. But of course, Saturday definitely set in stone. Our top 8 will be concluding, and we'll be crowning our MKX Revival champion. And of course, next Tuesday, is going to be the Injustice 2 Revival as well. So if you've got an Xbox and Game Pass, even, you can get involved in that one as well. So definitely make sure you guys are on the lookout for that and getting signed up for that one.